record. Yeah, we can record separately. Hello. Twitch is being dumb today, so we're recording this and not streaming it. So I don't even have to look at chat, which is perfect because sometimes people in chat are weird.
But we love you, chat.
We do.
Thank you, chat.
But not when you
always.
But not when you call out our cast members for their appearances. So don't do that.
Don't worry, I'm the old one.
That's right. And then there's been people.
I
And
already hate myself enough. You don't have to do it for me.
And I'm the old one's older brother.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, but
it's okay. It's a curated look.
In the VOD, you'll find our link to our Color of Change charity donation link. So if you can donate, do that. It'd be sweet because it's a really great charity. Patreon. If you join our Patreon, that's also in the links. $3 tier or more gets you some free stuff. Your not really free, but it's $3 a month. You get stuff for your D&D campaigns, and I need money because producing stuff is annoying, and it all comes out of my pocket, so it's also very annoying. Somewhat. Do that. Tomorrow night is our Ravenloft finale, or not Ravenloft finale, Frostbane finale, because it's just ending. Deal with it. Sundays.
I don't want to deal with it. My poor Hodge.
It's probably gonna be a TPK. It's fine. Sunday, 5:15 p.m. Eastern time.
Is it gonna happen this week? Are we gonna do it?
We'll see. Yeah. Fireside chat, I guess, or whatever it is, Sam.
Yes.
What is it? What are we doing exactly?
Fireside chat, where I'm going to be summarizing what basically all the stuff we didn't get to at the end of the campaign since we ended Soldiers of the Lich Queen early. I'm going to be basically just opening my notes, and it'll be story time of what could have been. And I will be taking questions and basically just giving you a look at just like basically just taking a look at the drawing board, more or less, of just like, here's what I had planned, and you get to see what my planning process kind of looks like. I'll try to clean it up more than, what it actually looks like, but...
Yeah, that'll be this Sunday, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be doing our second session of our Ravenloft campaign, which we are also casting for because we had a last-minute cast change during, 20 minutes before our first session.
Cool.
So...
Oh dear.
We're looking for 2 players. So there's join our Discord. There's a link in our Discord to fill out a application. Yada yada. Haunted house currently. All right. So I think that's everything that I can think. Someone try talking, please.
Hello.
Okay, cool, never mind.
Kate has an Etsy store. Go visit it.
Yes,
Kate's
do it.
Craft
Yeah.
Creations.
Do it.
Nice. Good call.
Hello.
I have these keychains available. They're little octopuses and they're rainbow colored.
That's adorable.
They hang off your keychain.
Oh.
Find if you have a lot of stuff in a purse or a bag.
Speaking of octopi. Last we left off, fucking don't remember. You all continued the investigation at the house in Bastille for the liver thief contract. Moved through flesh, found books, found drawings of this strange device. Went to the basement, found said device, saved the guy who was doing all this stuff from killing himself with poison. Took the forbidden gusher, not giving it back to him. Investigated the house, went to the basement, found a strange device in the walls and a journal that was mentioning notes of this dwarf was trying to bring his wife back. Found out this device can bring back dead organic tissue into living organic creatures again, with the memories of the previous creature that had died, but technically a different creature. And he brought back his wife, but he fucked things up and fused his wife's corpse with their infant's corpse and made a big mutant flesh monster, and the house also became a little sentient. And Van tried identifying the device. The spell failed. You went to the Tavern in Bastille, talked to some stuff, got paid for the contract, met a mage in there who had information regarding possibly this artifact. Cast legend lore on it. Legend lore would only reveal the name of the artifact, which again means this artifact is very powerful. Or has spells on it that prevents that kind of stuff. So, Ven contacted the headmaster of the Soulspyre Academy, Calix Lorne, and he seemed very interested since he teleported immediately towards the party to get a look at this thing, was very interested, teleported the party to his office after the Quoin talked to Otto of Otto's Oxen or something, and talked to the guy there. And yeah, went back to the Headmaster's office in the Soulspyre Academy that's nestled in the volcano. Asked to have permission to research this artifact more and learn more about its intents. He revealed also more about what it is because he's seen pictures of them before and words about them before and notes about them before. And in this process, gifted everyone a magic item. In the case of Quoin, enchanted Quoin's shield, which you also need to attune to because you've only had them for 5 minutes. And used another spell slot to teleport again, mentioning you all wanted to go to the Platinum Mines in the Taragahar Mountains, and he teleported you there. And that is where we're going to pick up with a loud... You arrive on a road that winds further into the Taragahar Mountains. You're currently in the mountains, and are met with one of the most powerful storms you've ever witnessed. Even in the distance, when you guys aren't on the mountains, you can see that the mountains are plagued by a constant thunderstorm. Where am I? It is surprisingly warm up in these mountains. So the storm really isn't new for anybody. If you've been traveling, you can see the storm at all times. Even with the torrential downpour and deafening cracks of thunder, red-colored lightning tears across the sky and slams into the taller peaks of the mountain, sending pieces of rock tumbling down the sides in all directions. The sky is a rolling black and gray with the occasional streak of red from lightning. The ground is rocky, and the mountains themselves are jagged. The road seems like it's traveled, but rarely. You can make out the tracks of wagon wheels and hooves going up and down the winding road. Behind you, the road descends down the mountain, and in the distance to the south, you can see a massive pair of gates made from stone on either side of the base of the mountain road here. One of the gates leads into the Crown Lands, and the other leads into the Fell Swamps. These gates are a good distance down the road, and the only reason you can see them is their immense height, as well as your current position in the mountain. A weather-beaten sign of stone lies to your left with arrows. North, up the road, Geralden Platinum Mine. South, the Tempest Gates. The Platinum Mine is 1 mile away. The Tempest Gates are 7 miles south down the trail. And because I think some of you may have passed through the gates before. Yeah, definitely. So to some of you, these gates are... You've seen these Platinum Gates, these Tempest Gates further south. That most likely would have been Kenna and Dax. Yeah, because there's Tempest Gates. I'll ping on the map. Sorry, chat. Sorry, people watching this can't see this ping, and also people listening to the audio podcast, you can't see this ping either. But this ping, Tempest Gates. There's a pair of gates there, and there's a pair of gates here, and a pair of gates here.
Oh.
So one of the only people that... So Kenna and Dax most definitely have passed through the Tempest Gates before, at least on one of those 3 roads. Ven, probably not, because knowing how Ven got displaced, and Quoin, probably not.
I think Druck at the very least would have passed through the most southern one.
Okay.
Based on what we talked about.
Yep. So, that's the sign.
Wait, on his way out, though, for the first time, wouldn't he have passed through?
Most likely. Actually, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, north, Geralden Platinum Mine, 1 mile. South, the Tempest Gates, 7 miles. The Headmaster looks up at the storm. The storm can be quite treacherous, as can the road. It's a persistent storm that I'm sure most of you have seen in your travels, that constantly hangs over the mountains. There's always a chance you could be struck by lightning, so be careful. Now, creatures do make their homes in these mountains, hence the need for the Tempest Gates all the way down there. And he points. And watch out for sinkholes. He smiles and disappears with a pop.
Does teleporting always feel like this? It's
More or
like
less.
It's like my stomach is in a different spot.
Yeah, more or less, yes. You get used to it.
And he looks as green as a bugbear can be.
So, because of the heavy rain, perception checks are made with disadvantage because of the heavy rainfall, and hearing-based perception checks are made with disadvantage because of the heavy rainfall and the thunder. In this heavy rainfall, open flames are extinguished instantly because, again, heavy rain. And it's a mile to the mines.
Not a pleasant way to travel, but I have traveled in this type of weather before.
Ping, 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 ping. Coins armor.
As
Ping,
he's-
ping, ping, ping,
he's-
ping, 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 ping.
He's like saying that loudly, but I imagine probably not loud enough for Quoin, considering.
Ping, 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 ping.
Ding, ding.
What?
And Quoin looks like they might be a little... You're up in a mountain, a lot of lightning, full of armor.
He's just a lightning rod.
I've played Breath of the Wild, so he's just starting to go. Zzz,
Mm-hmm.
zzz, zzz,
Oh, that's such a good game.
zzz.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, get rid of the middle weapons.
Yeah, I pull out my sword to like direct everyone so they can see me. What a lie that is.
In,
We should head inside.
yeah, in other groups I have been with, yes,
He just kind of does the.
we know.
We're just nodding. He's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And Kenna and Druck together look for some type of nearby shelter. Well, I mean, like, obviously there aren't any like person-built shelters. We're looking for more like natural stuff, like trees that have thick
overhang.
foliage.
No trees, no foliage.
Ooh,
Just
we're above the tree line.
Just a mountain. Yeah, you're currently above the tree line. This is just like a
Okay.
mountain road.
Can we see the gates?
Yeah,
At all?
they're 7 miles to the south. And
Why didn't you just
the platinum mine is a mile to the north. 20 minutes. 20-minute walk.
Like out of game, are they gonna? This is just a player thought, so I apologize for sharing this too early. But I was wondering, like, are they gonna be like, "Yo, you guys didn't pass through the gates. How are you on this side of the gates? What's the deal?"
Oh, like
That's
permits
fair.
and stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. We are in a world of magic, so that makes some reasonable sense. So does it? Do we want to continue straight on to the?
Oh, hold on.
And he'll hold up a finger and take one of the tents out of his pack.
Okay.
He's carrying the tents that everybody uses. He's going to take the fabric of one of them and then hold it over Quoin so that it's
Okay.
not pinging off his armor,
Okay.
so he can hear better.
Okay. It is 10 a.m. by the way, everyone.
Yeah, and
Bright
he's
and
just kind of holding out an arm like this, with the thing draped over it, and then draped over Quoin, if that's all right. He's just kind of like,
Better.
It is, just something that is nice, but a brave warrior loves the feel of nature on his face.
Well,
Although a wise man knows well enough to get out of the rain, so
quite. What was it you were asking? Sorry. Lot of noise.
I was trying to say maybe we want to proceed forward. As we may know, that's just, that direction, I've been told, a mile by the visit we just, were displaced by.
Yeah, there's also a stone sign that says north 1 mile, south.
Also, if my common is correct, that also indicates that direction.
Does this help enough for you to carry it yourself so I can scout ahead?
You should, I have 2 of the tents in my own bag.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. All right.
I just take the top of one, throw it over
All right.
out of the
Druck will
backpack.
Druck won't even bother folding the tent. He just like rolls it up and just fucking knocks it in the
All right.
back.
While you're all just chilling and hanging out in this lightning storm. Someone roll me a d8.
Got you.
Alrighty.
7.
7. A bolt of jagged red lightning streaks across the sky.
Is that a normal color for lightning?
Yeah, have any of us seen that
Like I said,
before?
every time you guys have walked past this mountain, the red lightning is pretty common.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
It,
Okay,
it's
thanks.
it's pretty common in this area. Something to do with the type of atomic structure of the atmosphere or something.
What structure?
Nope.
What
Or
are
you know, it could just be magic.
what's an
Seems more likely.
atom? What is an atom? All right. Well,
2020 artificial told me about him.
Oh,
As-
before the wizard left, before Calyx left.
Yeah.
By the way, the roads are generally safe. Just don't wander off the roads, and then teleports away.
Yeah.
all right. Well,
Yeah, you can see like numerous kind of roads that aren't well traveled, and they kind of look like they go into the mountain. And those are the places he probably warned you not to take.
Since we look at this mountain, is it does it look kind of honeycombed? Like, does it look like people have just like, nah, this is where the good pocket is, and then they start. It's like pockmarked.
Yeah, but definitely not man-made little pockmarks. Like definitely from like,
Oh.
creatures, probably.
Fair. That is different. Yeah.
They look like burrows. Some look like burrows, and some just look like caves that have been made by years and hundreds and thousands of years of rainfall, like erosion. Because the storm never lets up on this mountain; it's constant.
Them smooth rocks.
Which is why, when you get to like the northern half of this mountain, where the verdant shores is, Van would know this. The reason that's a temperate rainforest out that way is because of this effect that lingers over that area, which Ven would know. But yes, and because of the rain, you just hear rain and thunder.
Druck's just gonna look at Kenna.
like, let's go.
All right,
Pretty much shoulder to shoulder, checking this place, making sure we don't fall into any pitfalls.
okay. So yeah, you don't see any sinkholes.
Cool.
You can see where like parts of the road have kind of like landslided away down the side of the mountain. And as you're walking about for the first like 5 minutes, you're coming to around a corner that as this mountain ascends, and you can see where maybe the road kind of goes from being maybe 50 feet wide, because it's 50 feet wide most of the time, where it goes to like 15 feet wide from a landslide. But you can tell it's not a recent landslide. You just kind of single file and keep moving. More lightning flashes across the sky. Someone else roll me a d8.
Yeah.
Dax,
Brittany's on
Dax, yeah, Brittany's on it.
Come on, snowman dice. Pew! 2. Fuck!
A bolt of red lightning strikes towards a random creature. 1, 2, 3. I'll say. Who wants to be number 1? I'll let you guys pick your numbers.
I'll go 1.
Coin's 1. Who's 2?
I'll go 2 since I rolled it.
All right. Who's 3?
Ken will
I'll be
be
3.
Oh,
Okay.
Candace said it first. Who's 4?
Yep. I'll be 4.
All right. I rolled a 5. Druck's 5.
Ah!
Oh!
Bolt of lightning right towards the soggy bugbear. Druck, I need a dexterity saving throw.
He is the tallest, right? Or close to the tallest?
Druck and Dax are almost the same height.
He's a big boy. Let me say he's 7'3". He is a big boy.
Dex save.
Dex
Druck.
save. Kapow. Oof. 14.
14 succeeds. That's half the lightning damage from like, the residual shock as you leap out of the way as it goes. And these lightning rules are from Tasha's guide. So, where's my...
Druck is turning into a tribble poof-wise.
Wow. 6, 8. Instead of 8 lightning damage, you take 4. Just and your hair all goes.
You'll likely do more damage. Not
It
complaining.
goes. You guys see Druck's hair go like dry out, and then immediately soak back down again.
We need to get out of this rain.
And as that happens, and about 5 minutes later, as you walk up the winding road higher up into the mountains, you round a corner and see what appears to be an encampment of sorts. Sturdy tents are covered in patches of rubber, because I looked it up. Rubber was around in medieval times. Hey, it's also a magic world, so whatever. The tents are covered in patches of rubber, and you can see numerous wooden crates covered in cloth tarps. A large cart sits just inside an entrance into the mountain, where two dwarves sit, smoking from pipes and playing cards. Elsewhere around the encampment, you see numerous dwarves, humans, and gnomes dragging crates around and setting them in wagons. There is also the sound of mining coming from inside the entrance into the mountain. The dwarf facing you nudges the other and points in your direction. Fucking tourists. Both dwarves turn to look at you, and you can see their faces are coated in dirt, and they're wearing some filthy clothes with a pickaxe slung over each of their backs. I'll handle them, the other dwarf mentions, and hops out the cart and approaches. Nice to meet you. I'm Foreman Grandin. How can I help you today? This dwarf is incredibly stocky, his muscles nearly bulging out of his clothes. He's bald and has a very thick, coarse black beard that runs down to his waist that doubles as a belt. He has two very piercing blue eyes, and his nose is crooked, most likely from being broken more than once, and the other dwarf remains in the cart shuffling the deck of cards.
Since Kenna and Druck were leading the way, is it assumed that they approached us?
They're approaching the whole group, because the whole group...
Okay, so we were
Just have everybody
moving
here.
as a group
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Druck's gonna stay silent.
We were looking to mine some platinum.
Ah, tourists indeed. We get folk making the climb for some of the more valuable platinum in the mines once in a while. We'll have to draft up some waivers then. Come with me into my tent. He turns to the other dwarf from the cart. You better not be cheating! It'll only be a moment. And he turns...
Can I look for and see if he is cheating?
You can't tell from this distance. And then the dwarf turns back to you all and shuffles away towards one of the larger tents. This way.
Follow along.
All right. You get into the tent, and the rainfall silences quite a lot. As you follow him into the tent, you see it's quite large and spacious. There's a massive bearskin rug on the floor and a lounging sofa, and a large desk covered in ledgers, paperwork, and a lockbox. Beside the desk is a large crate filled with bottles of some sort of dark liquid, and in the upper left corner of the tent is a bed covered in furs. Approaches the desk and rummages through the papers, and pulls out 5 pieces of parchment, looks at you all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, grabs one for himself, and hands you one piece of parchment each. The parchment is stamped with the Geralden seal, the head of a platinum dragon surrounded by oak leaves and diamonds. Just some information, rules and guidelines to go over. Tourists tend not to realize how dangerous the mines can be. And he holds up his piece of parchment. I, the signee of this document, agree that should any injury befall me during my time in the mines, I cannot and will not hold the Geralden Mining Company responsible for said injuries or unexpected death. I also acknowledge that the first 9 levels of the mine are company-claimed platinum, and we may only mine from the 10th and bottom floor of the mine. Due to the dangerous nature of the 10th floor, I hereby acknowledge that should I perish, my body might not be retrieved. I also acknowledge that as a tourist and not an employee of the mine, I may only remove a total of 2 pounds of this platinum for myself. Should I remove any more platinum than I am permitted, I will be fined for the excess platinum, and if the fine cannot be paid, I will work for the mining company until the debt is paid. Sign here. Now, if you look on the back side of the waiver, you'll see some of our rules and guidelines explained a little bit more.
Quoin, did fuck mention this?
There was no talk of a warranty. I just know that I wanted to ask before we sign. I was specifically sent to get 6 bars of platinum. How many pounds is 2 pounds? How does that translate into?
Well, you'd be not getting bars, you'd be getting platinum ore. He'd probably be turning those into bars.
Oh yes.
But 2 pounds is about 2 pieces of ore.
I am unable.
He looks at all of you. So, with this limit, because your group is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can get 10 pounds total. That's 10 rocks. Piece of ore. There's some guidelines to go over that'll make things a little more easier to understand. Geralden Mining Company property must be treated with respect and may not be removed, damaged, or stolen. Anyone caught breaking this rule will be fined 100 gold pieces plus the value of the stolen/damaged good. Each individual heading to the 10th floor of the mine may only remove 2 pounds of platinum for themselves. If a group heads down, the total will be calculated before entry. Theft of more than the allotted total is a fine for the excess platinum. If the fine cannot be paid in full, the individual must work for the company to pay off the debt. Do not pester miners on duty in the mine. The mines are dangerous, and one distraction could lead to disaster, and even demise. The 10th level of the mine hasn't been worked on yet by the company, but tourists and visitors to the mine may only work this level of the mine as the company has yet to put a claim on that area. This area may have creatures roaming, and the mining company isn't responsible for any injuries or untimely deaths. Any other goods found in the 10th level are yours to keep, as long as it is not company property. Alright, that's everything. Any questions? Any more questions?
So is the all platinum company property?
No. Levels 1 to 9 are company property. Level 10 of the mine is not our property, and that is the purest platinum down there. Most of the platinum on the first 9 levels is platinum that's kind of been mixed with iron.
But it becomes company property because we can't carry more than 2?
No. The rule is 2 pounds each. We don't want the mines to get completely cleaned out, so there's a ruling on how much platinum can be taken out of the mine in total. And we have many people that come here to get platinum and pay money to get platinum.
So it's kind of like a national park situation.
Yes.
Cool.
So yes, 2 pounds of platinum per person in your group, which means your total of platinum you can remove is 10 pounds, which means 10 pieces of ore. Yes.
Hello, Quoin is my name. I wondered if there was an adjusted contract we could sign that would hold me responsible for any indiscretions or any misgivings that we had. I don't want to put. I am seeking the platinum. I would hate to put anyone else at risk or at responsible for something that I certainly was insistent on.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Oh, guidance?
Dwarf kind of looks at you weird when you're like this little magic, like.
Persuasion. Oh gosh, I have to see. So I rolled a 4, which is dope, and then I rolled a 12, so 16. But I want to see if I have any. No, I don't. Okay, so 16 it is.
You rolled twice?
No, because 12 plus 4.
Oh, right.
Is guidance.
I thought you said you rolled a 4.
Sorry, no,
okay.
I apologize.
Or
No,
guidance.
I well, technically I did, but on this little call trap.
All right. We generally don't do that kind of thing. Generally, the whole group needs to sign a contract because, but also you have a lot of members in your group. We'll say he takes the contracts from everybody else, puts them away. We're still not responsible if they die down there, just so you know. They still have to follow the rules of the mine, but they are not allowed to mine any platinum themselves. It'll all be you doing it.
Wait, but does that then limit us to just 2 pounds?
No, I'm going to be changing it to be 10 pounds total, but none of you are allowed to touch the platinum in the 10th floor.
I see.
Except for your friend here.
That's awesome.
So we get to be just bodyguards.
Yeah. Quoin is mining all his own platinum. That's fucking cool and narrative, and I love it, Justin.
He hands you a pickaxe.
Huh.
Oh wait, he takes it back. He's like, yeah. He grabs a gnome-sized pickaxe. There we go.
You may give me the one intended for children. I understand.
Oh, okay, he takes that one away.
I understand my small stature might
And
be
he gives
alarming.
you the safety scissors version of a pickaxe.
I will mine with pride.
I need you to sign the contract.
Oh, of course.
Well,
yes.
waiver, just so we're not we don't. Yeah.
So Quoin then looks at the back of his shield, looks at the paper, looks at the back of his shield, looks at the paper, looks at the back of his shield, and then tries to trace the symbol that's on the back of his shield.
Okay.
For his initials.
Okay. All right. He rolls it up. Also, if you get lost anywhere in the mine, this voice sucks. Listen for the canaries. Each floor of the mine has a canary with a cage in it. Has a cage with a canary in it. Just like they did in mines in the olden days, where they had canaries in cages chirping so people wouldn't get lost.
That's that's
Well, that's how I'm doing it. This is my world.
okay.
Oh yeah, no.
That's a much more humane version. I like this version more.
No, this version is great.
Whoa!
Yes.
A lightning bolt
Nightmares
hits
about
Ven
this
in the
tonight.
tent. Ven, you take 66 points of lightning damage.
I'm just saying I like your version better.
I know. But yeah, he said, just listen to the listen to the canary. Listen for the canary singing.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, come with me.
We will.
No steal anything in my tent. I
I-
have arcane eyes set up.
And we
I
have
don't.
we
Let's
have
go.
unsticky fingers.
Okay. And do you guys all follow Grandin the dwarf?
Mm-hmm.
Grandin the foreman.
Yep. Grandin. Grandin leads you to the entrance of the not Brandon. Brandon the dwarf. Grandin leads you to the entrance of the mine and climbs back into the cart to continue his card game. There you go. Just keep going forward, and you'll find slopes that lead down to each floor. If you get lost, listen for the canaries. He gestures towards the entrance where there's a small cage suspended from the ceiling where a canary sits just chirping away. We'll know if you take more than the permitted amount of platinum. And he gets back to his card game. You fucking cheated! Shuffle him again. And peering forward, you see the entrance stretches into darkness, but the way is lightly illuminated by torches every 40 feet or so. Dwarves, humans, and gnomes hack away at veins of platinum fused with iron. So this is definitely not the platinum you want for Ophuk. And haul the ore into carts and crates. The corridors of this level of the mine appear slightly narrow in spaces and open up into larger areas where more of the mine has been worked. And about 80 feet in, this level of the mine turns to the left and to the right, and there appears to be a sign nailed to the wall of this fork. And the workers don't pay you any attention whatsoever.
Okay, so what does the sign say?
It says you all walk into the mine. The rain, you're no longer in the rain. The sound is basically stopped. The sign at the fork says left, first level, like where the first level of the mine continues. Second, right, second level. So right is how you get down. You got to go down, down, down.
All right, let us proceed down. Unless anyone wants to look at the first level for any sort of specific reason they had. Anyone?
I mean, he kind of told us to leave the miners alone, and
this is very fair. I did not want to speak for anyone. As often this is my first time in a mine, and perhaps maybe someone wanted to, take all of it in. As if we've been called tourists, so we might as well, fit the part. I did leave my Hawaiian shirt in my other clothes.
I'm not aware of this Hawaii you speak of.
Oh, I was pronouncing it wrong. It was yeah. Nope. That I tried to make something fantasy on the spot and it did not work for me.
well, yeah.
There's lots of thumbs up and so many water slides. It is a veritable Wasserbahn.
Druk kind of
Get out.
Druk kind of side eyes everybody and gets some space and then shakes out his fur like a dog.
Okay.
So as not to get anybody wet, but just to like
Okay.
just get the rain off.
Cool.
Okay, so downward we go.
All right.
Oh, once now that we're in the mine, I'll actually press the digitation. Everybody dry.
Okay.
Thank you, Vin. I
You
appreciate
just hear the
that.
sound of a blow dryer just.
That's how that function works. Yeah.
Abracadabra.
You make your way. You start making your way down the rocky slope, which descends about 60 feet down. So you're going 60 feet down just to get to the second level. That was one of the dwarves. The air gets much colder, and you can see the ceiling begin to form into stalactites.
No.
No. Suspended from the ceiling at the bottom of this slope is another cage where a canary sits singing a joyful little song. There are more miners down here working away at the platinum iron veins. The area is far more open than the previous, and you can see numerous crates filled with more ore. And about 60 feet away is a slope descending and spiraling downwards. Tourists.
Yeah, that is us. We are the tourists. We'll keep going. You're doing a wunderbar job, and you have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Continuing forward.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yes. Let us go.
The spiraling slope descends a good 40 feet down. So you're now 100 feet down. And you can hear another canary singing away. This floor of the mine appears a bit more treacherous, and you can see that this floor of the mine is a collection of wooden scaffolding suspended over a deep fall into a chasm.
Oh, sorry. Are you?
Yeah, there's still some stuff. There is a sign at the bottom of the slope that reads, "Watch your step on the scaffolds. We are not responsible for tourists' demise." There aren't as many workers on this level, and you can ascertain it's due to the precarious nature. There's only about 5 or so miners currently working. At the opposite end of this scaffolding is another descending slope.
Are any of you interested to see what that magic person gave us? I have not inspected it yet, but it seems interesting. Perhaps we should take some time. Sorry, Quoin, if
No, I was actually thinking I would like to take a moment as well.
Like right now.
I mean, we are here, and we can make sure that we're not before we go any lower. Before it gets, as they say, no offense intended to you, Druk. Before it gets very hairy, we can.
As you kind of standing kind of in front of the scaffolding, one of the miners goes, "There's a little nook you can go sit in over there, so you're not in the way."
Great. Thank you. We'll just head over that way.
Don't fall off the side.
Will do. Won't do. We will stay on 2 feet on the ground.
And it looks like the bottom of the chasm is about 150 feet down.
Oh dear.
And basically, you can see all the dwarves when they're walking across the scaffolding. They're basically going at a slow pace. So anyone who tries to go faster than a slow pace, you'll be making me a dex save or falling over the side.
So if we go into the nook or the alcove, do you know this word, alcoves?
Mm-hmm. It's a little nook with a single table and a candle on it.
Okay, let us go. As soon as we get in there, you all see Quoin start to shimmy off his heavy armor and start to take it off, just because it's all wet and cramped, and it's drier, yeah, but it's still damp. So I'm gonna take. It takes 10 minutes to take off heavy armor,
Yep.
correct?
Yep, it is now. Yeah, it's about 10 a.m. right now. So.
right, so I'm gonna take 10 minutes and pop that shit
Alright.
off because you guys wanted to take a quick little break and try to attune to stuff, right?
Yep.
Is that how that translated? Sorry, out of game.
Yeah, and
That's how
nobody
that
nobody
translated?
should need a long rest because I haven't done anything yet today.
Yeah.
Right.
We're very good. Yeah. How long would it? So it would take.
An hour to attune.
Okay. Does everyone want to attune to their things? Are y'all? Is that?
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I take an extra 10 minutes to take my heavy ass armor off, but attune to my shield?
We're here for your platinum, so take all the time you need.
Right on. So I thought, maybe if I was, going to be, doing, a standard, a big, hard, tough man's working day, I thought maybe I would take off the armor because I am certainly going to be.
One of the dwarves that's nearby overhears this conversation because I don't want Quoin to get killed. Just so you know, the floor you're going down to does have creatures in it, most likely, so you might want to wear your armor down there.
Big, scary monsters that.
We're not able to, fight or clean out that area because we're just, minors.
You're all underage.
Pushes Ven over the side.
Minor.
I don't have my
Minors,
armor
not-
on. I dive and fly.
Minors, not minors.
But
They're minor.
you seem like a nice little kobold. I don't want you to die. You might want to wear your armor down there.
Okay, I will put it back on like a more smarty smart, as they say.
Okay.
Okay, I
He
will.
just turns and goes back to his work.
All right. Maybe I got 5 minutes off
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just
put it
like-
back on. Yeah.
You might want to wear your armor if you're going down to the 10th level because we haven't been able to clear it out because there's still stuff down there. Yeah. That's also me not warning Quoin. Yeah.
You
Quoin's got
said
a pretty
someone
high
was gonna
dex.
die tonight.
Yeah.
Jinxed it, Justin.
Oh yeah.
I was mainly doing it so I could be while we're hacking at stuff. I can either, all good.
No. Disadvantage for stealth or
Yeah, or for
Up to you. You don't have to take your armor off.
no. I will tell you. This. I have no expertise in a mine. This is my first time, and I will defer to those who seem to do it. My, hardworking, dwarf friends like me. I am hardworking like them today. Oof, we've got a few more. Has everyone had enough time to stretch and limber up? Enjoying
I
that.
wanted to ask all of you. It's been a couple of times now that we've been asked to operate as a group, and maybe this might be selfish of me, but I've traveled with many groups and they've not been as comfortable to travel with before. And I'm wondering if all of you would like to perhaps be a temporary group where we are perhaps referred to by a unified name.
now, Brooke, I'm all for, a cohesive team unit, but when you put a name to something, you start getting attached to it.
I think that mostly refers to puppies.
I mean, it can apply to anything. You see this rock over here? I named it Jerry. He's gonna fall away, and I'm gonna miss him for years now.
Well, why would you do that?
To prove a point.
That sounds
I
terrible.
have been a part of
Jerry in my bag.
I've been a part of a few groups with names.
What sort of names were those groups? Did you? How were they chosen?
Usually the person that considered themselves the leader chose. Sometimes it was random. There was a group that was called the Geriatrics, but
Like Jerry here.
Were they all elderly?
no, I thought it strange as well.
I see.
But, I will let you know my bias, and that is that I like traveling with all of you.
Oh, very nice.
I want to explore this land further, and it is significantly more convenient to travel with all of you than others. And I thought you should know that. I've done a lot of traveling.
I haven't done much traveling, or with other people, but I can certainly say that similarly, I also have kind of set out to explore this land, and also find that it's much better and easier with all of you with me as opposed to by myself. So I can agree with Druck on this one.
Marfa thanks you every day.
Happy to help.
Out of RP, is Druck's fur like shinier and softer than it has been?
Absolutely.
Been
Like,
getting
it
into
has-
those salmon oil to make
When-
those.
When you guys first met him, it was like just shards of clumps of hair, you know? Like almost nearing like dread quality, like dreadlock quality. Like it was like a bunch of the hairs were just stuck together and like twisted. Like you couldn't get a comb through it. Now it's just like
Like a giant Furby.
Like a
Yeah.
Pomeranian.
yeah.
I mean, I don't mind traveling with all you guys. It's been pretty nice to, not be alone.
My path has been specifically laid out by Bahamut, but he has not shown me the complete path. So as long as Bahamut guides me in the direction you are traveling, then I would be more than happy to welcome the company and share in whatever adventures we have. The path of an instrument of Bahamut is not an easy one. And nor it is a very clear one.
Druck's gonna nod, but there's something in his eyes telling you that he has no clue what you're talking about.
It's like the kids listening to the adults on Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Trombone noises.
I suppose everybody is probably looking at Dax right now.
Yeah, like
Dax
without-
just like,
Dax looks jacked as fuck now.
Oh yeah.
yeah, as we're tuning
Just-
to this, he's just like,
The arms look like they
Slowly-
grow like.
guess I don't have to put any more points in his drink.
yeah, all of a sudden they have the three-headed monster, like they're wearing a tank and just that delt muscle that only Chris Hemsworth casually
Yeah.
has. Everyone
Yeah.
else like just that. Wah!
It's like she's a gun, and all of a sudden the hammer got pulled back on her, and she's just ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
They just
it's-
slowly inflate.
I'm just. It does appear.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
I got you for 3 minutes of playtime.
Our whoosh.
Wrestling jokes.
Ah.
Technically, that was a Spider-Man
I
joke.
was gonna say it's a Sam Raimi Spider-Man
Still a
joke.
wrestling joke.
That's true.
True.
But yes, everyone's looking at Dax apparently.
Well, it does appear to be some rumblings happening in the Underdark, so it would be beneficial if you would all help potentially in the future. And I do agree, we are quite cohesive.
Everyone's
Yes.
like, what?
I and Druck and Ven and Kenna, I am more than happy to travel with you all as a group.
Totally settled. This cloak is weird. What do your things do?
I mean, I've kind of been zoning out through it tuning, but I guess I should focus on that.
Mine does quite a bit,
Yeah,
though
it does.
I need to, though none of which I can control.
I'm sorry, what?
But it's fun.
The effects appear to be random.
What is the current lighting situation, Justin?
Dim.
Drug is gonna grab the edges of his cloak and just kind of like fiddle with them for a bit.
I think I can fly.
He can fly.
And he'll give it one big strong beat with his
Okay.
arms, and he'll like come off the ground.
Okay. Just kind of hovers there.
Well, isn't that something?
Oh my god, I can lift over 1,200 pounds now.
Yep. Yeah, Dax.
Yes.
Yeah, so Druck's testing out the cloak. Dax is just getting more and more jacked.
I could carry I could basically carry everybody in the party currently.
You just carry the party.
Literally.
Now children, we're getting out of here.
I
So-
can't carry that platinum, Mr. Frodo, but I can carry you.
What are you trying to say, Druck?
And does it look good on me? Does it fit? Yes.
I mean,
Think so.
it's very slim and
So the way the cloak is, because it looks like it's the entire back of the cloak and the hood is made of bat fur. So it just looks like, and then underneath the cloak, on the inside of the cloak, it's like a membrane of it looks like a bat wing. So it kind of just looks like Druck has a big piece of back skin that's kind of been flayed off.
Oh, it looks fantastic on you, Druck.
Oh, mirror. Can't really tell, but feels good. Feels like it's a part of me. Strange. That. What of your guys' items?
Well, apparently with this, and they hold up the staff, I can use it as, like a quarter staff, just go like, pa, pa. But like when I hit something with it, I can make it do extra damage.
And sitting on top of the staff is a withered humanoid hand.
And I can also do this, and I start petting Druck with it.
Oh, that's actually
The hand's
pretty gross.
the hand's
looking.
cold and wet. Well, it's withered, so it's cold and dry. It's like being stroked with paper mache.
I
Oh,
didn't know it was cold. I'm sorry.
It's a little weird. Looks like a dead hand.
That's
my strong hand, child.
Yeah.
It's most definitely a detached dead hand.
that is most definitely a detached, severed dead hand.
Yeah, I think I was coming to that conclusion.
Cool.
The dwarves, one of the dwarves are kind of looking at you, just having a dead hand on a stick. He's like,
You want me to fuck you with it too? I'll
Mind your business.
Did you listen to the rules of the mine? Don't pester the miners.
and don't stare at the tourists.
Don't bring disembodied limbs into our mines.
It was
That was
a
not in the rules.
That
Whatever.
you know that I don't
Whatever.
mean to
You
say.
can't talk to me because it's against the rules.
Then I'm going to shout into the hollow of the
Don't.
mines.
You'll startle the workers and they might fall off the scaffolding.
There was no rule about disembodied. Although I will say, Kenna, that is very strange.
yeah,
There was no rule.
yeah. First of all, there was no rule in that contract about disembodied.
Okay, we'll bring it into our huddle because it seems like he doesn't want to talk to us, and we're cool.
Secondly, why was this given to me? Like, it's a fucking hand on a stick.
Maybe
Think about it.
maybe that great wizard was thinking you could get more of the hands-on experience.
Okay.
No, maybe not.
Kenna, you think about it a little bit. Ethereal stuff you've been dealing with, ghosts,
Hmm?
withered dead hand on a stick. A wand for a wizard.
Yeah.
Look at Ven holding this gold wand. A cool fucking shield for a kobold who uses a shield.
Just my same old shield I still see. Just like kind of, just touches the inscription on the
Yeah.
inside. Just like,
A belt that made the already beefy barbarian more beefy. and a cloak that helps the sneaky rogue be a little more sneakier.
Oh,
Yeah,
Quoin.
Dax, I must say you are looking like a beef castle these days. You've gone from already quite imposing and muscular, and now you've, as I've said, you've turned into a beef castle. You would make those who have spent their lives on their physique weep with jealousy.
Appreciate that, Quoin.
Yes, it was the highest of compliments.
And also, at the end of the hour, you roll attuned to your.
Yeah.
Quoin.
Mhm.
I saw you write your symbol on that contract, and you mentioned it being on your shield. Is that the symbol of your name, Quoin?
It was a symbol that was gifted me along with my name. Yes, it is an important symbol to me, as before I did not have a name. I was not. I came into being on the streets of Anundio, and had to scrape and survive. But I was lucky enough to come across the path of a generous soul and teachings of Bahamut, and I was gifted a name. I was gifted the name Quoin Harting.
Oh.
And this is the symbol. And he, having just kind of agreed to travel with these folk, turns his shield around and shows you. You see a symbol that it looks. So there's a circle, and then the H of it, part of the H comes in sideways so that it hits the Q. And that, so it's becomes like a. I'll show you the symbol just right now.
Oh, nice.
So, here, I'll show you. Oh, this will be fun on my terrible web cam. Oh, great! Everything's falling out over. Good. Just my phone. It's this symbol,
Oh, cool.
Okay.
and yeah, so that is the symbol that Quoin had. So it's just the two letters mixed together for Quoin Harding. That was given to me by one of the most important people who I have ever met.
Oh.
Shall we continue to go down to the mine to find supplies? I also, after this, I will have mined up 4 extra platinum if anyone is, hankering for platinum. I'm sure we can, maybe ask Ofuk to put it into maybe a cool anklet, or maybe
Toe ring.
a ring, a couple of rings,
Toe
maybe
rings.
cool. Two rings, one pound of ore will translate into only 1 ring, is what I imagine.
2 belly rings.
Maybe a couple of nose studs. We could all get tattoos together, or maybe the same piercing. We could all get our eyebrows pierced. I don't know. I'm just throwing something out.
I already have 1 ring, Quoin, and like Dax like throws up her hand, and you may have noticed, may have not. It's just like a simple. It looks black and almost like a sparkly little band. Just like, I'm quite fine with just 1 coin.
Oh, I never meant to impose on all of your very fine fashion choices, and does kind of a half double look over at Tavern. And kind of, cause Coin's already done. Makeover.
Oh, yeah.
Makeover.
What am I wearing? Is there something on my face?
You just need to blend a little more. Okay.
All right.
You've got to make as a makeup line. You need to blend it. Maybe we'll work on it later.
When Dax showed their ring, was it in a spot that might signify something for any of us culturally, or is it just like a ring on a finger? Like, I know that a ring on your ring finger might say that you're taken or something like that, but is it on it culturally for this continent? Does that mean anything? Like, is there anything that we might need
You could ask.
infer
You could
because of
actually
that?
just ask in character. We could. Thank you. Sorry, I
I'm
want
saying
to.
that might be something that Drake
Yeah.
might not ask them in person.
Yeah, I want
but
to. I want
it
to. I
might
want to
be
alley.
something that we might know. That's all.
I want to alley oop you. Oh, we just saw a lot of weddings happening. Should we have celebrated your special day as well? Is that what this ring symbolizes, or?
Quoin, I have 1 follow-up question. Who
Of
would I be
course.
married to?
I don't know. You haven't talked about your friend with the tentacles. Maybe that is your paramour, your partner for life. Maybe I don't know. You could have an even more a partner who complements your muscles with sort of a muscle grease that could help you. Maybe I don't know. You could keep letting me guess. Perhaps it is a symbol of your commitment to your deity, or perhaps your tribe or clan. I'm kind of sort of floundering until you stop me, so maybe it is best. Remember, Quoin, people don't like when you talk too much. People don't like when you talk too much.
Actually, just like letting you go on, just like, Quoin, I may live with Thranazart. We might have been. We are. I would consider us good partners, but not romantically involved partners in that sense. We have a very nice abode on Coral Cove together, but no, we were not married. It actually is just a ring from my father made it for me when I was born, actually. It was his. Basically, so I will always look at it and just remind me of home.
Oh, that's very nice.
That is very nice. That reminds me of the symbol on my shield. Yeah, just to remind you, a sort of a fixed point, a fixed star that you can look at night to remind you of, to reignite the flame inside you that keeps you moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, shall we continue downward into this mine?
Yeah, I think it's time we kept going.
Oh shit.
Justin, that's a fucking mood. I vibe with that.
Alright, you're all crossing the scaffolding. Anyone going faster than a slow pace? Cool, no dex saves then.
You might even daisy chain it.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach the bottom of this slope, you come to a massive wall of rock and platinum-infused veins of iron with hooks hammered into it and ropes attached to the hooks. Miners attached to the hooks and ropes are mining away at the wall while descending down. In front of this wall is a good 10-foot wide gap, and a human man covered in dirt sits on a crate filled with platinum-infused iron and motions towards the hooks and ropes attached to the wall. Hook yourselves up and climb down.
All right.
And the drop is about 90 feet down. So just, if you can try to climb it down without the hooks and ropes, just, that's up to you.
Click.
Everyone hooking up and climbing down? No one climbing down without ropes and hooks?
Why would we?
For fun.
Yeah. Kenneth's just gonna jump off the edge.
Okay, you take 31 bludgeoning damage.
No, I had tried to take my armor off before, and I was told not to, so I am going to grunt and huff my way down the side of this wall.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Like a tiny little man in an angry amount of armor.
Okay, so you move around and get out of the way of the miners. You get to the bottom, and at the bottom of this large wall of rock, is a slope descending downwards on, and what appears to be numerous tracks for mine carts. And you can make out a handful of miners hauling ore and gemstones out of the carts. These tracks appear to descend downwards and also go all over this area, up, sideways, in spirals and loop-de-loops. And the minecarts all zoom about the place, propelled by some form of magic. It's very, not to name a terrible human being author, but it's very Gringotts-y. On the far eastern side of the chamber sits an empty cart with a sign hammered into the wall beside it. The sign reads, "Tourist use only." Looking around, you see carts filled with miners in their haul arriving in this area. One of the miners hops out, points towards the lone minecart. "Whenever you're ready, hop into that cart. All of you should be able to fit. Once you're ready to go, slap the side of the cart 3 times, and it'll take you to the 9th level. Then you're on your own." And the lone cart can comfortably fit up to 8 medium-sized creatures.
How do we get back?
Same thing.
Are there any other groups down there that are before us?
No. People don't come down. You're the first group we've had in like a year and a half. So there you go. That's how you do it.
Thank you.
Truck will get in.
Great. You can fit 8 medium creatures comfortably.
Alright, I guess we all hop in.
Alrighty. Okay.
Tap it 3.
Okay. As you do, the minecart jettisons forward, propelled by some arcane force. You're all nearly thrown to the floor of the cart. But steady yourselves as it descends at a rapid speed down the slope. You're whizzing past other miners and carts, which give you all curt nods as you speed past. Up ahead, there appears to be a gap in the track, and the cart begins to rapidly approach this gap. Then, the cart easily jumps the gap and continues forward. You open up into a massive cave system with waterfalls crashing down from the upper areas of this massive open cavern. And below, a good 300 feet down, is a pool of the clearest water you've ever seen, with numerous shimmering crystals glittering in the pool. Miners, adorned what can only be described as heavy suits of armor, with strange helmets and hoses spooling from the helmets at the back, walk at the bottom of this pool, collecting crystals. basically deep sea diving suits. A sign suspended on the ceiling here reads level 6, but this isn't your destination, and the cart continues to speed forward for another 15 minutes, and comes to a rolling stop at a set of wooden stairs descending downwards. Nestled next to the stairs is a stool and a small table where a flickering lantern is set. A small shack is set up here as well, where a heavily armored dwarf sits with a wicked-looking halberd on their back. Another dwarf sits opposite this dwarf holding a large crossbow, and those two are inside the shack. A canary can be heard chirping inside the shack, and there's a sign here with 2 arrows. The first arrow points down the steps and says to level 9, and an arrow pointing through the shack says to level 10.
I guess we need to head this way, pointing to level 10.
I agree. That seems to be our way forward.
Yeah, we can.
Thank
we
you.
can I was going to say we could speed things up and skip level 9. It looks like.
Yeah, unless anybody wanted any sort of souvenirs of the memory, as we are not allowed to touch anything.
What's the lighting situation here?
Dark.
Okay.
Like
And-
darkness.
Okay. So my question is there anybody you can't see in the darkness, and are you carrying a torch?
Dax is the only one.
This bitch can't see shit.
Yeah. So I think
Who needs to
Druck
see who
lent
got these
I-
fucking guns?
I think Druck lent you his hooded lantern earlier, so you might
Yes.
still have that to use.
We could
So
also.
it-
I can also light Quoin up.
Cool. But yeah, kind of important for my magic items. So if you do any type of lighting situation stuff, just boop, ping me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you have advantage regardless. The light doesn't prevent you from having advantage. Your advantage is only tied to your flying and bat stuff. Yep.
Cool.
But yep, inside the shack is the way forward. Level 9 looks like it's just a area without any way to go down. Like it's like a split off. Kind of like the first level and second level.
Okay.
Let us make our way down
Okay.
to level 10.
So you push into the shack. The shack is relatively small and contains a small wooden table where 2 dwarves sit opposite one another. On the wall to the right of them is a large, sturdy portcullis made from platinum and is currently closed. Nestled next to the portcullis is a lever. Hanging from the ceiling above the table is a cage where a canary is chirping. Against the western wall of the shack is a cell made of platinum, barbed bars, and a door set with a series of complex-looking padlocks. The 2 dwarves look. You looking to go to 10th level?
You know it.
Alright. The one with the halberd walks over, pulls the lever down, and the portcullis raises. He's like, yep. Make sure nothing is following you on your way back. If there is, you're not getting back in. Gotta protect the miners.
Is there a phrase or word we need to know
No.
to get back in?
No.
And just say, hey.
You'll be the
Put
only
up.
you'll be the only people, most likely, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, if we can see any creatures following you or something, or if you're not sure that someone hasn't followed you, we're not opening it up until there's 100% chance there's nothing following.
Can I look to see if there's any like apparent weaknesses in their current like situation, like any gaps or?
Fuck no. There is none.
Okay. All right.
Very well defensible and maintained.
But, like I'm just saying because
Yeah.
I recently
no.
just learned that I can turn into a bat, so I'm wondering if there's
Oh,
like any like
hell no.
holes
Nope.
or places where
Nope.
someone can go through.
Nope.
Okay.
What has come through or attempted to come through?
A week ago, a bunch of giant spiders. Like I said, as soon
And-
as you guys step through, we close this portcullis.
Giant spiders.
Is that all that's attempted, or
No.
other?
All sorts of creatures. If I told you all the creatures, we'd be here for a good hour or two.
Does anyone have any other items that they need to get used to?
Nope.
Oh, that is good.
But yeah, once you guys pass through this portcullis, we close it. So, just letting you know.
I'm checking a few things because
There's also no
that's a
lights
very-
down there. It's complete darkness down there. So
All right. Well, we should go.
Yeah, the sooner we go in, the sooner we can get out of
yeah,
here.
I don't want to keep this portcullis open for longer than I need to.
Do any of you know what unrefined platinum looks like?
You'll know it when you see it. It glitters and shines.
Oh,
Like the scales of Bahamut.
Correct. It's not hard to
Do you
miss.
te-
It's bright enough that it'll pick up any light. So
Well, tell me, friends, you've heard of Bahamut?
of course we have. Now we don't want to keep this portcullis open too long, so you're going to step through.
Yes, we're going to.
or-
We will scoot along. Thank you.
Okay.
I like that they're just all business. It's just like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
just get the fuck off.
That's basically the demeanor they're giving off. It's like, come on.
They're ride operators at Disneyland.
Yeah, yeah. And upon stepping through the portcullis, you can hear it close and lock behind you. Lundel, he didn't say his name. I am Lundel. The dwarf with the halberd peers through the bars back at you. Make sure nothing is following you on your way back. If there is, you're not getting back in. Just got the miners. They can't defend themselves. They're not really fighters. Don't want to have a bunch of monsters getting out.
Understandable.
He then nods, returns to his seat. Ahead, because I believe those people with dark vision, I don't think the hood and lantern's been taken out yet.
Jax is in the bag and
okay.
she's just gonna start taking it
Okay.
out.
Ahead, you can see a slope that descends downwards at a 45-degree angle. Very steep.
Oh, we will be sliding. We'll sit on our bottoms and slide down.
As you peer downwards, the 10th level of the mine is completely pitch black. So, dim light, basically. Darkness turns into dim light. Yes.
We got the lantern good.
All right. You have a slope ahead of you, 45-degree angle. So, yeah, it's like this, I think, Mr. Math Teacher.
45-degree angle is
That's
is
half
exact.
of 90.
Yeah, it's half of 90. It's exactly a slope of
Look
1.
at
so,
us fucking
yeah.
go.
So it's very-
Very
so
proud.
It's very steep.
Mhm.
Climbing up can be a pain in the ass.
Like
Yes.
that's like 45 degrees is like almost impossible not to slide down.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to attach a rope to the gate and then lower ourselves down?
Please don't attach anything to the gate.
Well, there's no sort of guide rails or anything. You just sort of leave us to our own devices.
Essentially, you signed the waiver.
Oh, we did sign a waiver, but I was wondering if we tied anything. You know what? There's a nice jagged rock over here that seems very heavy. We could tie it to that. All right. Okay.
do any of you have any book magics that might be useful with dirt?
I mean, if we had a bucket, I could create like a weight that we could tie a rope around. That's about it.
I will go first.
And he'll try to slowly go down the slope
Okay.
without sliding.
Okay. So since you specified you're going at a slow pace, you easily get to the bottom 80 feet down. Anything faster than a slow pace, you have a chance to slip and slide 80 feet down to the bottom. But you get to the
Okay.
bottom without any issues.
Druck's going to try climbing back up to beat them.
Okay, it feels like it's going to take you about 20 minutes to climb up.
Okay. As soon as he gets a feel of how bad the climb is, he's going to fly up there the rest of the way.
Okay.
Join them with, and I
what's
imagine
the-
right when it hits the light,
Yeah.
he's just poof. So he's not too far off the ground. He's just like, once he sees the light, he brings it back down. Walks
Gotta be careful. You can get killed by a hooded lantern. Someone just shines it on you. Well, they gotta keep it on you though, because as soon as you fall out of the beam, you can start
Yeah.
flying again.
But yeah, if anyone moves down at a slow pace, you'll be fine.
You should be fine. Just go slow. very difficult to climb up. Very.
Druid, spider, carry everyone up. I'm not here.
And
One of the rocks talked. It's really weird.
and and Druck's gonna make his way back down.
All right, does everyone make their way down slowly?
Mm-hmm. As we're sliding down, Kenna's just gonna start rattling off party names they've been thinking about.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've got a few that I've just thought up in my brain. What about the Platinum Miners?
Oof.
All right, that was a swing and a miss. What about the Liver Avengers and or Liberators?
Ooh, I do. Liberators is pretty good.
Did you say liberators or liberators?
Liver Liberators. Got that alliteration. We could just do Liberators though.
I don't know that I think the issue with referencing some of our current jobs will be confusing, because then people will start asking us where the liver element. People will start to think that we're only liver related in terms of the jobs we take, and that might confuse
I'll
people.
cross off Brewer Busters and Werewolf Wasters.
Well, werewolf wasters is, I think, general enough. I mean, that's the kind of thing. If someone's a liberator, then that's very specific. But a werewolf waster, I don't know. That one's fairly simple, specific as well.
All right. Oh, I'll put a little star next to that one in my brain.
What?
Then I've got just DDKQV, where we could be a radio station.
A what?
What is radio?
Yeah.
There's some book magics.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful kind of book magic. And then I also have Anundial Adventurers, Agents, or Assassins. I'm really into the whole alliteration thing.
That's nice. Did you say the first one was
Adventurers.
something about platinum? The platinum ones?
The Platinum Miners.
Oh, platinum miners.
I mean,
I get the impression if we were to do that, we would only get contracts that pertain to our skills at extracting ore from a mountain.
Perhaps, but platinum in the name, because platinum is money exchange, yes?
yeah.
Not bad to upsell with platinum in the name.
All right, so we'll put platinum ...
The Ven Khihalis experience.
And we're doing this while we're walking and talking.
All right.
And
As
I
we're,
hush tones.
as we're walking, does this tunnel look like it was mined out, or it looks?
It's natural. Like I said, no one. Like they said, no one mines down here. No one works down here. This is all natural. Oh, natural.
How far down do you think we are? Or not think, like a couple mile, like a mile or two?
Nowhere close. Nowhere close to a mile.
Yeah.
You're about like maybe 200 feet, 300 feet down. A mile would be like 5,000 some odd feet.
Mm-hmm. At that point, I think you start hitting magma.
You'd be hitting Underdark, because Underdark is where Underdark has to get to. You're nowhere near. You're nowhere near.
Dax is just thinking. She's just thinking Underdark vibes.
You're nowhere near. But you do get to the bottom of the slope. This level. Oh wait, hold on. Calm down. This level of the mine is pitch black, and you can hear the steady drip of moisture from the ceiling. Nice. Large boulders and rocks jut out in all directions, and unlike the other areas of the mine, this one is far more narrow and labyrinthian. As you progress, you can hear what sounds like rumbling thunder in the distance down here, but cannot determine where from due to the echo reverberating through the tunnels. Something catches your eyes up ahead, though. A figure appears to be slumped up against one of the walls of rock and is motionless.
I guess Druck will slowly investigate.
Okay.
Not literally with skill investigate, but get close enough to see with the perception that he knows how to
Okay.
view as.
The figure is a decaying corpse of an elf. Most of their flesh has fallen from the bones, and the leather armor has decayed significantly. It appears the top of their head is caved in. And you look up, looks like a piece of the ceiling was dislodged, and there's a large piece of rock lying beside them. A rusted longsword is strapped to their side, as is a satchel, and then the tunnel continues forward and seems to stretch ahead for quite some length.
Or we'll just point and just be like,
Unfortunate. Keep an eye above you.
Then, when you come across a body that was not your death you are not responsible for, do you also bless that body as well as you pass it?
Yes, I was about to. I didn't want to intrude or anything, but
Oh no.
it seems this person
It
died
has,
alone and without any sort of burial.
it has some items.
Yep, you see a rusted longsword and a satchel. What are y'all doing?
I'll take a look at the satchel.
Okay. Okay.
I am not going to loot this corpse.
Yeah, naughty. There might be something in there. Inside the satchel are 3 potions of healing and shards of glass that was once a 4th potion. So yeah, 3 basic potions of healing are in that satchel, and that's it. And a rusty, unusable longsword strapped to their side. And the satchel is filled with holes. So that's what you find in the satchel, Ven. 3 potions of healing.
We're
Right,
gonna
I
fucking
will-
die.
I'll hand those back to whoever's closest to me to divvy up,
Okay.
and then I'll go stand over the body and do the whole last rites and the words of our Mathman.
It shifts. The body shifts. And it's only because you root around in its satchel that you realize that's the only reason. The head just kind of goes, falls over to the side because it got jostled a bit. Jump scare. All right.
What is that? What'd you get from him?
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, they look like healing potions. I don't know where he would have gotten some around here.
There are only 5 or 3 of them, and there are 5 of us. How do we want to split them up?
I mean, maybe we give them to the people who might be in the most danger. You know, of like the ones who are up close in combat situations. In case someone who can heal can't get to them, they'll have the ability to, you know.
I am okay with this.
Alright, so Dax, I think, should at least get 1.
Appreciate that, Kenna.
Maybe you, Druck, since if we're too far away from you and you need help, you'll have last ditch effort.
Yes.
And Quoin, you're pretty up close and personal and fighting situations, right?
Oh yes, and I am also very hearty. You know.
I mean, your last name is Harting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe if you wanted it as like a backup.
Oh sure, that is perfect.
Unless Vin, you wanted one.
No, I have my own means, and I'm usually the farthest from the fight.
All right. So Dax, Druck, and Quoin all get healing potions.
Alright, yeah, those are just basic healing potions.
Druck will take that as a sign and resume being the spearhead, so to speak, and try to maintain 30-foot distance between the next person in the group. He's just trying to stay ahead and stealthy as making his way through.
Stealth check with advantage because of your cloak.
Okay. Oh, whoops. It's with advantage, that's 25.
Alright.
Sorry.
You all start moving forward.
That first one was a nat 1, so that would have been rough.
Proceeding through the tunnel for what seems like 15 minutes, you come to an open cavern that is about 70 feet tall, and the ceiling is covered in jagged stalactites. The floor of this cave is littered with bones of humanoids and animals, and in the center of the room is a 10-foot tall pile of mildew-covered bones. There are 3 large stalagmites jutting out of the ground around this bone pile. On the opposite end of the chamber, the tunnel continues. All along the web-coated walls of this cave are numerous 4-foot diameter holes. As you step into the cave, you swear you see a strange pair of humanoid-esque legs darting around the stalactites, covered in bristly, coarse hair, and the flesh appeared to be smooth purplish black before darting out of sight. Then, as soon as the others catch up to you, Druck, there's a loud noise that emanates from the stalactites, and from the numerous holes in the wall, you can hear chittering and skittering noises as these strange humanoid spider creatures begin pushing themselves out of the holes with the same coloration as the thing you saw moving among the stalactites. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Damn. Ah. That's good, though. Because of Druck's passive perception, we are not caught off by surprise. He was able to warn everyone.
Nice.
We'll move us to the battle map.
Battle map.
Yeah.
I have to use the bathroom. I just rolled initiative very poorly. I'll be right back.
Hey, same.
Druck got a 6. Alright. Quoin, what'd you get for initiative?
11.
11. Kenna.
6 as well.
Okay. Dax.
15.
Nice. Ven.
16.
Wow.
The wizard going first.
That's what it's looking like. Ven.
Haha, shit.
You. Why is this
The
not
wizard.
working for me? Ven, you're up first.
Okay. All right. So I count. Looking like I'm. Is there anything specific about the one with the yellow circle on it?
That's the one up on the ceiling that nobody can see currently.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it should be hidden, actually.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's the one to the right and the one straight ahead, far across.
Yep. These big,
Oh,
6
boy.
foot tall, purplish, humanoid-looking spiders,
Okay. All right.
also known as spiders.
Yes. Why does it look like I've kept? Do I have? Did I not mark down with taking a long rest? I've got like 3 spell slots.
You might
cast.
not have then.
Yeah, because I don't think we did anything this day
Yeah,
before
'cause it's
this.
telling me you're at 18 hit points.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hit your long rest and let's do this!
All right. You know what?
Yeah, brother.
I am going to let me just double check. Yeah, 120 feet. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna point. Can I see the one all the way across on the other side of the bones?
Oh, yeah.
right.
That bone pile is actually 10 feet tall, so if you kind of peek around the side of the bone pile, you'd have to move from where you are.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Actually, you're looking over coins, so that's not a problem. I say, yeah, from there you can.
Okay. Then I'm gonna
Yeah, 'cause that
point
bone-
the wand
so yeah,
of wonder at it.
Just because Garrett just got back. The bone pile in the middle, 10 feet tall, so anything on the other side of that bone pile cannot be seen. Those 3 stalactites around the bone pile are like 10 feet tall. So, cover. All right, what's Ven doing?
I'm gonna point the wand of wonder at the one across and see what happens.
All right, expended charge. Roll a d100.
Yep. Let's see what happens. All right, I don't know what this is going to do, but it's far away, so hopefully it doesn't affect us.
And I got the wand of wonder pulled up, so I can just quickly tell you what you got.
3.
You cast slow on it.
Nice.
All right, so the DC
that's a
is
third level spell.
The DC is 15 through the wand.
Oh, that's right. It still has to save.
Yep, the DC is 15 through the wand though.
Right. And slow is a what kind of save is that? Wisdom save?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is concentration, so you do have to concentrate on that.
Yes.
All right, wisdom save. Yeah. That's a 17. 16 plus 1.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
So 1 charge comes out of the wand of wonder.
Okay. Quick question about spells as bonus actions.
Yeah.
Does casting a spell from a magic item like that count as casting a spell as a standard action?
Yes.
Okay, then that's my turn.
Okay. That'll bring us to the skittering noise on the ceiling. Oh, ceiling 60 feet up. I think I said that already. Who's in the front? Druck's in the front, so that's who we're gonna. You hear a and a web gets launched at Druck for a 12 to hit.
That's gross.
And then
Dodge.
it's like up in the stalactites. So it's got like 3/4 cover, so it's fine up there. So yeah. Oh, it means it does reveal its position though. So boom, it's right there. That's the one with the yellow circle is just indicating that it's 60 feet up.
Excellent.
And also, yeah, 3/4 cover because of the stalactites. Bringing us to Dax. These weird 6-foot tall spider creatures kind of just like.
Her and like Thranazart and all that. Does these look familiar or descriptions look familiar?
Nah.
Okay. She goes go. And just clarification, these are 5-foot squares?
Yep.
Okay.
And this entire area is dim light. But because of your torch or your lantern that you have out in one hand, meaning you can't two-hand a weapon if you're using your lantern. If you have your lantern in one hand, just so you know.
If I were to drop it, just if I were,
Yeah.
would I still? I'd be like see like.
Whatever the radius of the lantern is, wherever you put it, yeah.
All right, the X is going to go, 5. This one's right on the ground, correct?
Yeah, it's just pulled itself out of a hole.
5, 10, 15. We are going to bonus action rage.
Okay.
And as they do that, she's just looking towards it, and I need that thing to make a intelligence save.
8 minus 2.
Ooh.
It is going to take 1d6 damage,
And
which
it's-
is 2.
And it's stunned till the end of its next turn. Alrighty. It just kind of goes, boo. What's one stunned? Which one is stunned? I'll say this one is stunned.
Cool.
Anything else? That's your bonus action. Bonus action. You gonna go reckless?
I kind of want to. I'm just looking at. My great axe is two-handed, and I don't want to waste a turn just dropping my lantern.
It's a free action to just put that away.
I would like to put
Okay.
it just on the ground.
Or you can strap it to your side. Whatever you want to do.
Oh my god, fucking, we're eating that bad boy on my quarterstaff on the back.
Okay, sure.
I would like to go reckless, which I never do. I
So you
don't
have
think I
advantage
ever
on
did.
advantage on the attack rolls.
Awesome.
And then the round after you've gone reckless, creatures have advantage attacks against, or after you've gone reckless, creatures have advantage against you until your next turn.
That's
on attacks,
totally
yeah.
fine.
Reckless is so good.
It really is.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
That
21,
hits.
22, 23.
That hits. You just and then you see like the muscles tense and bulge with your 21 strength, and you swing the great axe at the
Fucking coming.
at the humanoid spider.
Is that the first or second time you rolled? Because I was gonna say if you roll again, you could get a crit.
No, I rolled it twice.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I rolled a 15 and then a 16.
Dope. Oh, you're so good.
Oh,
That's so
don't
awesome.
follow that link. I posted the wrong thing. Don't look at it.
That's okay. Well,
Don't meddle.
Max damage!
Nice. I was trying to post a picture. I posted the wrong
12 plus 5 is 17, and then 2 from raging, so 19
Nice.
damage in just
Very
a
nice.
fucking.
Just it sinks into its like bulbous belly or into its chest, and it just sprays purple ichor onto you. And I posted a full image picture of this thing.
Disgusting.
All right, is that your turn?
Oh,
Bonus action,
yeah.
action. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Right.
god, I did like 19 total damage.
Yep. That brings us to that creature, but it's stunned until the end of its turn, so that's that. That'll bring us to the other one on the opposite side. 5, 10, and it's going to use 10 feet of climbing speed to get to the top of the stalagmite, so climbing speed, spider creatures. And it's going to shoot a web at Dax. 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Fuck!
Just it's caught in the ichor. And just that's around.
Coin.
So Quoin is going to use so moving 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 20 feet,
Okay.
and using bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark
Alrighty.
on
On this one?
on the one that's stunned.
Alrighty.
So that is Hunter's Mark on that guy. Whoops.
Can't remember, is there a save to Hunter's Mark? I don't think there is.
No, there's no.
That's right.
Yeah. Bonus action, and then I'm going to take a regular action to
This
To
poor guy's gonna
attack.
get yucked up.
yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Let me just double check something. I think because they're stunned, you have advantage. No, stunned, they can't do anything.
Okay.
I think you also have advantage, right?
Yep. Attack rolls against a creature have advantage, so yeah.
Okay.
And it automatically
And
fails dex saves.
Well, I mean, I'd also have advantage because of pack tactics as well.
Correct.
Kobolds, ow!
So glad I had that advantage. 19.
You just sink the rapier into the bulbous tummy.
All right. I'm going to roll that.
This poor Edder
So that
fucked up.
that is
Oh, 11.
11 damage. That
Plus your hunters, plus your 2d6 from hunters, plus your d6 from Hunter's Mark. Or
Oh,
2d6 from Hunter's Mark?
yeah. So I will
It's a D6,
just
I
one
think. Yeah.
1d6.
Yeah.
So,
D6 from Hunter's
so
Mark.
that's 16 plus 4. So
That Edder cap? Well, yeah, obviously. Looking real bad. Anything else, Coin?
after I stab it, I take my finger and go back and Babe Ruth call my shot and find the one that's up 10 feet and just
On the stalagmite?
on the stalagmite and just like
Alrighty.
you.
Druck.
Druk sees that his friends are attacking that thing and that it's currently distracted by both Dax and Quoin,
Mhm.
and it's going to take that moment of opportunity to try to sneak attack it with a
Go for it.
crossbow.
Yep.
Fire. Ah, come on, that's crazy. Natural 20.
Every creature Garrett's attacked tonight in both of our sessions, Nat 20'd a roper, killed it. Nat 20'd a chasm that was an entire gibbering mouther, killed it. And just Nat 20 this Ettercap. So,
Oh.
crit.
So this is the one we were already attacking?
Yeah, it's done,
Yeah.
essentially.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say it was stunned anyway, but yes, that's awesome.
Heck,
Dang.
It got fucked.
That's for a total of, it's fine. 19 piercing damage.
Bye-bye. Header cap. Just falls to the ground dead.
And then Druck is going to move here. I think this is where he can move.
Okay.
And bonus action.
Just a heads up.
hide.
If you're climbing over the bone pile is difficult terrain, so you would need to move around the bone pile.
So I was going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Okay.
30.
Alrighty.
And then trying to, hide behind this sliver of that and essentially the other stuff. So
Okay.
if that's all right,
Yeah,
does that
sure.
seem like something I could do?
Yeah.
Okay, bonus action hide.
No, because the one that's up on the ceiling, it'd still be within. You can still see where it is on the ceiling, so you wouldn't be able to stealth. Actually, yeah, you can.
As long as it seems like I could hide from
Yeah, you
one
can.
of them, I
Yep.
will do that.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And now roll for hide check.
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll do. And I know that her lamp has a 30
Foot radius. 30 foot
30
bright,
foot
30
radius,
foot
okay.
dim.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
So 60 feet total. Or 40.
That's a total of that wasn't good. 12.
with advantage?
Oh wait, that was sleight of hand. I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh.
Sorry. It's a 24.
All right.
Stealth check. Sorry.
You hope you're hidden.
I hope I'm hidden.
All right.
That ends my turn.
Kenna.
Cool. Have I seen the
No.
one?
Oh
on the
wait,
roof?
sorry. What?
Have I seen the one that's hanging out on the ceiling?
After it shot a web, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull out a new spell that I don't think's ever been cast for this group.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Summon Beast.
I hate summoning spells. Okay.
It's only one creature.
Yeah.
It's a small bestial spirit.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use the air variety so it can fly.
Okay.
And I'm gonna summon it adjacent to that that creature on the roof. It takes immediately after my turn.
It's a wolf token.
Sick. I'm gonna make it look like a miniature rock, and its name is Jerry.
Okay.
Reference to the rock in my bag.
Yep.
Um,
The bird rock or the rock like a rock?
the bird rock, because it has
Yeah.
beast. And so, it's the air type. Its AC is 11 plus the level of the spell, which is 2, so it's got an AC of 13. It's got 20 hit points. And then to finish off my turn, I'm gonna hang out behind this rock and try to get some cover.
You can't cast a spell. You don't have a gilded acorn worth at least 200 gold pieces.
Oh, it's got a.
Oh gosh.
I was so.
Yep. Just looked up the spell.
Gotta be careful about that.
So no Jerry.
No, Jerry. Rest
But
in
you got it. You got it
Yeah,
in
this
your
is
brain
weird.
piece. It's there. It's cooked up.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna cast. Can I cast this one? I
What?
should, because I have spellcasting focus. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam instead. Still a second level spell.
So Moonbeam actually requires you to get rid of half your hit points to cast. And then fail your next 3 deaths saving throws.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Alright.
a bad move.
All right.
Bad move.
All
Shouldn't
right.
do it.
You cast Moonbeam whereabouts?
I'm gonna center it on that one hanging on the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah. And needs to make a con save for me, please.
Nah.
It's a con save.
Nah. So who's next? Nah, I don't want to, so it just doesn't do it. Okay. Con save. Huzzah! Natural 20 for natural 20 for 21.
Okay, it takes half of 2d10 radiant damage.
Yep. It's not a shape changer, so it doesn't have disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, but that's 12 halved to 6.
I need to see if this generates light.
Uh,
It's dim light. Okay, dim light in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Cool. How much damage?
12 halved to 6.
All right, and that's one on the ceiling. All right. Anything else? That is concentration, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, that's all for them as they try to seek cover behind that stalagmite.
Alrighty, Ven.
All right. Things did not go terribly well last time. I'm gonna step up to here.
Okay.
That one up there. That one over there. All right. I am just going to. Let's go with a. No, I already used it. It didn't go well. Ray of Frost on the one on the stalagmite.
Okay, make an attack roll. Wait, I remember it is G for ground, C for ceiling.
I always go with.
Mites are always on the top and mites are on the bottom.
Yeah, I always go with stalactites. Need to be holding on tight to
Hang tight.
not fall. Yeah.
Hang tight.
I'll never
I got a
remember
four-
that.
That for piercing bear.
Would
I
you
got a
hit?
14 to hit.
14 hits. The Eder cap on top of the stalagmite, hitting the chest with a ray of frost.
7 points of the frost damage,
Nice.
and speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yup. Anything else, Ben?
No, I'll hold for now.
Okay. Boom. From on the ceiling. Needs to make another con save. That's a 15. For Moonbeam. Roll me my Moonbeam damage.
Does that work? Does that succeed, Kenna, or does it fail?
15 definitely succeeds.
Oh, okay.
He succeeds.
So half damage.
Oh, it's another 12 half to 10 or half
6.
to. Thank you.
It's not going to hang out in that Moonbeam anymore.
It should. I definitely
And it's
appreciate.
going to go 5. It's all along the ceiling, so 5, 10, 15 up on the ceiling. 20, 25, 30, and start climbing. It's going to start in the process of climbing down the rock wall, but as it is, spit a web at Kenna.
Oh, I figured.
Ooh! 21 to hit.
Just barely hit.
All right, you're restrained by the web.
I'm restrained.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so. I think that's wrong.
Nope, you're restrained.
Okay.
Why am I getting beeps from Roll20?
Oh.
Stop it! I'll just mute Roll20. Mute tab. There we go. All right. So you're restrained. That's its action. Doesn't recharge its web, so that's cool. Action. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. A-bee-da-bee-da-bee-da-bee-da-bee. Dex. That's how I played your bard in Candlekeep.
He did. He did. He
Oh,
did it like
God,
Porky Pig.
fuck.
It was amazing.
But yeah.
They're faded pork pig. What the fuck?
But yeah, Dex, what are you doing? You're raging.
I'm always raging. This one here. How high is that rock?
10 feet tall.
Oh, so with how tall Dax is, she could go down
Yeah,
easy enough.
sure.
Okay. Dax is good. She's still raging.
Yeah, there's rules for like when you reach. Yeah.
5,
Yep.
10, 15, 20, 25. She's from here. Could I hit, or do I need to really get up against it?
I would say you need to really get up against it.
Okay, so there we go. I have 5 feet.
No, you have to be in a square though.
Here.
Sure. Oh,
Oh God, I've been talking too much.
You can't talk enough, okay? Do your thing.
Valid. I appreciate you. And Dax she's going reckless again.
okay. You got to. You're a barbarian.
This is fun. I
Yeah,
should have
you have to
done
go.
this.
Gotta go reckless all
sooner.
the time.
And
I think
just
Ash went
bring
reckless a
it down.
lot.
Oh, constantly at the end. I literally like a 14 AC. It didn't matter. I was like, they're gonna hit me anyway.
That's valid.
Ooh,
Okay, that was a nat 1 and a 10, so 17.
17 hits.
Ooh, thank you, Reckless. But you're going in dice jail. Fuck you. Come on, boa dice. Get me good again. You didn't get me good this. 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 2 from raging is 12.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna hold steady there.
Cool beans. That brings us to that Eder cap. It's gonna drop down. And because
Okay, so it didn't drop on top
no,
of me.
but because you went
Okay.
reckless, it has advantage on its attacks. So we're gonna do some attacks, multi-attacks. Bite attack is a 22 to hit. I rolled really well.
Ow.
That's 10 piercing damage reduced to 5,
Okay.
and 1 poison damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a con save as the Eder cap's venom starts flowing.
Kinda hope he got some anti-venom. I'm about to fucking die probably. Ooh! I should have shut my fucking mouth. 7.
You're poisoned for 1 minute.
That's fine. We're good.
So disadvantage on attacks, but if you keep going reckless, it's just a straight attack roll.
Okay.
And then it's going to slash at you with its Eder cap claws. For a 18 to hit.
Oh, I thought it was a nat 20. Fuck you.
No.
Yeah, that hits.
Alrighty. 6 slashing damage reduced to 3.
Okay.
And it recharges its web. Bam!
God damn it.
Coin.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask. I want you to strap in if you could,
Okay.
my kind and benevolent DM. I want you to strap in. Get that in there.
Alright, strapped in.
Cool. So I want to move the bonus action, move Hunter's Mark over to the Eder cap, who's currently on Dax, and I want to see that they may or may not be in trouble, like a small falter because of poison. And I'd like to, with your permission, take out my sensor
Mm-hmm.
and then swing it around and use it like a bolo to try and trip them up and land them prone on the ground. If I could use it like a bolo and wrap them up.
To the Eder, at the Eder cap?
Yeah, the Eder cap there, like spinning around my head and trying to wrap up their legs.
Trying to like Star Wars AT&T
Okay.
that shit.
Because it's a sensor, not a weapon, make me a ranged attack use as a improvised weapon.
Heard. All right.
And I'll have this thing make a strength saving throw if it gets hit.
I forget, Justin. Does improvised weapon, it only uses
A
your
D-
dex modifier, right? And not your proficiency?
Correct, because you're not proficient in that kind of stuff unless you have Tavern Brawler.
Which is an amazing ability at lower levels.
Mm-hmm.
So you're proficient in it. You can pick up a chair and be proficient with it. And a 17th level, less important.
And I'm going to pull up the damage for improvised weapons too.
So just do like a dex roll
Yeah,
essentially.
straight dex.
I'll just do it. I'll do it on the table. Okay, so that's a 22.
Which will hit.
Nice.
So
just let me pull up the rules for improvised weapons. It might be on your character sheet somewhere, but I got to double check.
For improvised weapon.
Yep. Here we go. If you find it before me, that'd be great.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it on the sheet.
Okay.
Here, I can also look it up real quick. I
Yeah,
should've looked it up while I was
I'm
away.
looking it up right now. Light, range, thrown. Chat, don't tell me what to do. You're not even here. All right. Here we go.
Was
I'm
it
getting
recording?
there. I'm getting there. Oh wait. It's a 32 D10. No. Improvised. I made a fighter subclass that's all based on using improvised weapons, basically. Called the Brawler. All right. Which is a viable option in case anybody wants to play that if they die.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Where is it here?
So it's
Here we go. An improvised thrown weapon has a range of 20 feet
Okay, I'll move that.
and a
10
long range
feet
of
to make
60
that.
feet. Yeah. Okay.
I'll move that. Yeah,
Deals 1d4 damage, so that's 1d4 bludgeoning damage. Plus your 2d6 from your plus your d6 from Hunter's Mark.
Right.
So d4 plus a d6. And this would be just a d4, and that doesn't look like any modifiers attached to it.
Now, would they be standing or on the ground, wrapped up? Or at least their feet wrapped up. Would they be?
I'm just going to be ruling that they'll be knocked prone and not restrained in any capacity, because that's a law.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they could wiggle out easily. It's some bits of chain.
Yep. Yep. Just a d4 of damage. No modifiers attached to this.
All right. So I rolled a 4 on the improvised weapon, and then a 9 on the Hunter's Mark.
With a d6?
Pardon me. Sorry. It was 9 all day. I apologize.
Okay.
It was 5 and 4.
All right.
So I already
with the
added them
sensors, it hits it. It hurt. The other cap's looking hurt. We'll do a strength saving throw to see if it gets knocked down. 14. I'd say a 14 succeeds. For that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's looking hurt from the sensor. Just.
By the way,
Eyes
Kate,
of Bahamut
that
fucking on him.
that was fucking cool. Like in my head, that's just awesome. That your character is just like, ja, pulls out like just a thing that he has in his back pocket, and it's just like, fuck it, whoosh, clamps around this thing's legs. It's just like, jam. I don't know. In my head, it sounds fucking cool.
I also am going to run up the other.
Okay.
Just close the distance between that Ettercap and me and my pal Dax.
I was seeing if the DM screen had quick look-up rules for improvised weapons, but it doesn't. All right, that's your turn then. Bonus action, action, movement.
That's all. Yeah, I did it all, guys. I did. You can have it all.
Druck.
He's going to do an attack on the one that's engaged with Dax and Quoin.
Okay.
And if they're hidden, I will roll it at advantage.
Yep.
Okay. That's a 23 to hit.
That just hits.
Goody goody. All right, that's that is 6 plus 7, 13 total
Nice.
damage.
That one's looking real bad now. It kind of like stumbles from getting hit with the sensor, and that's what gives you the opening, and you just...
Nice. Excellent. It's a good thing it didn't go prone, because then I would have had disadvantage.
You had to shoot at the one climbing down the cave.
Yeah. Druck sees the direction that all these creatures are going, and he's going to use his movement after the attack to reposition over to here and bonus action hide again.
Whereabouts he going? Oh, right there. Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
With advantage.
All right, that's a 27.
You hope you're hidden.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That brings us to Kenna. You're restrained.
I sure am. I'd like to use an action to move my moonbeam directly on top of this boy.
Okay, yeah, you can move it 60 feet, so he needs to make a con save.
Uh-huh.
That is a... You ready for this?
I'm so ready.
10.
That's a failure.
Mhm.
It's 9 radiant damage.
Alrighty.
Nothing to sneeze at.
No. That's a great from. I apologize.
Never.
Can a misty step 30 feet away?
Oh, yeah, because he moved the moonbeam as an action. Yeah, okay, cool.
Bonus action misty step.
Alright, you're no longer restrained. Or the webs come with you? No. You're no longer restrained.
I wouldn't argue if they did.
Nah, where are you going?
I think I'm gonna hang over by over near Druck.
Alright.
Move over here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rux sees you pop up next to him, and he's just like, he gives you this wide-eyed stare, and it's just like,
All right, action, bonus action. You still have your full movement.
I think I'm gonna stay right where I am.
All right.
To Drug and be like, those webs are nothing to sniff at.
Speaking of sniffing, Ven.
All right. Let's see.
Fireball.
It's on the Wand of Wonder.
It is.
But it shows up randomly, so...
And you can also enlarge a random creature, too, which is fun.
That is true.
Give me an enlarged Eder cap.
No.
Let me have fun. Let's go.
Enlarged axe.
But
I could also end up doing...
You could also end up doing reduce.
Yep.
So you could...
So I'd be normal sized.
No,
I'm going to ask the one on my left there to make a wisdom save as I cast Hideous Laughter.
All right, it is 60 feet up on the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that only has a 30-foot range. Then never mind. I missed that.
It just got to the cave wall in the process to get into the process of start climbing down.
Gotcha. In that case, I am going to. I would like to actually. I will cast and hold Hideous Laughter, so that when it comes with it, actually, and I'm going to come down. I'll walk over to here.
You're not,
So
you're not currently concentrating on any spells, right?
I
I don't think so. Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah, no, because slow didn't go through. That's right.
Yeah, because slow didn't happen. yet.
Alrighty, cool.
So then, yeah, I'll just cast it and hold it, and just ready as soon as it gets within 30 feet of me, I'm just gonna unleash Hideous Laughter
All
on
right.
it.
So that's your turn.
Yep.
All right. It's gonna shoot a web at you
Oh, great.
for a natural. Ready for this? 1.
Uh-huh.
And then it's gonna descend 30 feet.
They bring it within 30 feet of
Yep,
me then?
it'd be 30 feet.
All right.
Exactly within 30 feet.
Then Wisdom save.
Huzzah! 8 plus 1, 9.
Failure.
So it's
So,
incapacitated
okay.
and it falls.
Yeah, I was gonna say it falls prone, so does that mean it just drops off the wall?
Yeah, it drops 30 feet.
Okay.
So it takes 14 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And it's looking real bad after that.
God damn.
So it
And
plummets and it would land right here. And it's prone. And it takes
Such as-
damage, doesn't it? Doesn't
if
Hideous
it
Laughter
fell.
doesn't Hideous Laughter do damage? I thought no, I'm thinking of something else.
No. Yeah.
Right, so yeah, just
Such is the power of laughter.
Alright. Man, this Eder Cap encounter has not gone how I anticipated, which is great. Anything else, Ven? Oh, that's its turn, sorry.
Yeah, that was its turn, yeah.
End of its turn, it makes a wisdom. Oh, it took damage. Haha. So it has advantage on its wisdom save.
That's true. It did
Yes! Unless it's by a creature. I
Yeah,
think-
each time- yeah.
Here we go. Am I right
What?
about it? I'm double checking. It has to be like from a creature. Takes damage from a creature, or if
Yeah, no, it
it's-
doesn't say. I checked. It does not say from a creature. It just says if it takes
Okay.
damage, which I
So for the
I
wisdom
assumed
save,
it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Bummer.
Save with
That'd
advantage.
have been so much fun. But with an
Right.
advantage, it's a 21.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's
it
no
makes
longer incapacitated, but it is still prone.
Yeah.
And it did just fall off the wall and take a fuck ton of damage.
It. Mm-hmm.
So good stuff. Dax.
Our little buddy is down on
Wizards,
the ground.
man. Wizards.
So they're down on the ground. Dax is just above them.
Okay.
And might as well go reckless anyhow.
Sure. It's got 3 hit points. Let's see what happens.
It has 3 hit points?
Yeah. Both are in single digits now.
Could I?
Jolly, stop
You-
him!
If this is too much shenanigans, don't have to. Could
Best
I
way.
take the sensor that Quoin threw at it and hit it with it to finish him off with their try?
that'd be an improvised weapon attack. So roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
But you could do it reckless, maybe?
Yeah, so if you're reckless with the sensor, roll with advantage, and then
I'll do that.
it's a d20 plus your strength modifier. Yep. No proficiency bonus, so just your strength modifier, which
So
is like plus 5 or plus 6. Yeah, because of the belt.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Roll a d4, and that's all you're rolling is a d4.
And for my range bonus, I get +2.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
Ah, come on, Bahamut! Smile upon this bitch ass! Oh, I rolled a 4 on the dice!
So just you swing the sensor, and because of your newfound belt, you're not quite used to your strength yet, and you hit this thing in the side of the head with the sensor. You cave its head in, and then it goes flying a good 10 feet.
The head or the whole creature?
The whole creature.
Wow.
So, and dead.
That was awesome! Dax just looks towards, Quoin, just gives a nod.
Use it like a flail. Jesus.
Basically.
And as they walk past them, can they just gently put it down next to them?
Yep.
Just like very
Yeah, totally.
respectfully,
Yeah.
as much as you can when you bludgeon a creature.
Yeah,
to
totally.
covered in blood.
Blood.
Yeah, the thing is just dripping green ichor.
Smoke still coming out.
Yeah.
No, I hadn't lit it.
But anything else, Dax? You still
I'm
have your
gonna-
movement. You still, yeah.
So we gonna go. I guess I can go through Quoin space.
Yeah.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. Cool.
Wait, you can move more because you're raging,
No.
right? No? Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume. I just.
That brings us to Quoin. Your sensor has been given back to you after it just demolished that eder cap.
Is his sensor still intact?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's made of pretty stern stuff.
And that's
Stern
broken.
stuff.
Nah. No, it's still
All
intact. It's still intact.
Uh,
The 3 that's broken.
Pretty stern stuff. Pretty cistern stuff.
No. So what are you doing, Quoin? Get out of here. Just leave.
all right. I guess I'm going to. Can I shoot the gap between the pile of bones and that rock on the other side of Dax? So can I go 5?
Oh yeah, yeah,
10,
yeah, yeah.
15,
Yep.
20, 25. And this bad Larry's prone?
Give me a second. Cause of moonbeam.
Okay, yeah. Where's is Moonbeam?
Yeah,
How?
we should
What's
put a range on that? or
what is the
something.
range on
It's
Moonbeam?
a 5-foot radius. So.
Oh, okay.
Hey Ven,
Mm-hmm.
con save please.
Oh, am I in the?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Moonbeam is only a 40-foot column, so if
Yeah, but it's also 5 feet radius.
but if it's reaching the top of the ceiling, it's not reaching the ground. It's 20 feet off of the ground.
Okay, cool. Never mind then, Ven.
oh yeah, it was shining upward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
That's
Then, yeah.
Not in Moonbeam anymore.
Now I wasn't sure if this thing was prone or
It's
not.
prone.
I'm still getting pack tactics from
Yep.
just
From Ven.
from Ven being there.
Yep. You have advantage regardless.
Mhm.
Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Oh, bonus action, moving Hunter's Mark over to this eder cap.
Might not need it, but okay.
I might not.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Who knows?
Okay, so that is 22.
22 just misses, no hits.
Mm-hmm.
Their AC goes up because they're like Final Fantasy bosses. They keep changing.
That is a fun way to do boss battles.
It is.
Cool. Then I am going. That is going to be. All right. So, moving to this. All right. So 7 from the regular weapon, and then 5 from Hunter's Mark. So a total of 12 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I would like to be running up I want to slide tackle my way in
Oh, totally.
underneath Ven, like as he's already cast the spell. Ha ha ha!
Sure.
As it slides in, I want to slide and then stab like I'm on the side, just deep into that belly to stop myself, pull it out, and whip off all the nasty slime from the belly fat
Right.
grossness.
Sounds good. And as the final eder cap has been put down, we're gonna take a break.
Ooh.
So 5-10 minutes. Hello, audience that isn't there currently. We're back. So
you will be in the future when you're seeing this.
Yes, tomorrow.
Hello
Ettercaps,
from the past.
all dead.
Is that what those were?
Yes,
Oh.
Ettercaps. They're all dead. There we are.
Eder or Adder?
Eder.
Eder.
Etter.
Do after the battle, do any of us recall any stories or knowledge that might indicate or what we just fought, or is this all fresh to us? Like, what the fuck was that type of energy?
History checks.
Okay.
All right.
Dax, you have advantage.
Wag!
Druck -1.
Hey, kinda, maybe someone would give guidance or.
Oh, I use guidance on myself.
Yep.
Bro. God fucking damn it.
Ven, roll 6 d20s, and you can pick whatever number you want. No.
Alright. 1, 2. I got a 12, by the way.
All right,
Dirty 20 for Kenna.
that fails. Quoin, what'd you get?
Oh, just I bought. I didn't quite buy. Just a 7.
Okay.
I was gonna say I didn't really have a bocce boo, but nothing I would know about.
Alrighty. Druck.
9.
Dax.
18.
Okay, Kenna and Dax. Yeah. Ettercaps. That's all you know.
Thank
Are
you.
humanoid spiders that tend, feed, and watch over spiders the way a shepherd oversees a flock of sheep.
Gross.
They lair deep in remote forests. Fine strands of silk stream from glands in the ettercap's abdomen, letting it shoot sticky strands of webbing to bind to bind, entrap, or strangle its victims. It can also use its webbing to fashion elaborate snares and nets, which often festoon its lair. When travelers and explorers venture into an ettercap's territory, the ettercap stalks them. Some meet their end wandering blindly into traps or sections of forest enclosed by webs. Others, the ettercap garrotes with strands of web, or envenoms with its poisonous bite. Yep, that's basically it.
Yeah, no. So like I was waiting for one of us to get fucking Luca Brazzi.
I was trying. That's why the one was on the ceiling shooting webs at people. The other two on the ground were going to start going.
Yeah.
I think that was Kenna.
And ettercaps are naturally enemies of fey creatures, but yeah, they lair in forests, not underground.
Druck standing over one of the bodies. She's like,
What was that?
Ettercap.
What were they doing out over? What were they doing in the mountains?
Tempting to eat us, I would assume, based on their disposition.
I mean, they're forest-dwelling creatures, typically. You okay there, Dex?
It's not like yeet.
Nope.
No, well, I mean, no, well,
Depends where you're shooting.
The difference is one can technically yeet skeet, but one can't skeet yeet.
But yes, ettercaps generally lair in forests.
Wait, is it ball sweat? It's not
No,
ball sweat.
We're not gonna,
Oh,
no.
no.
We'll have this discussion later.
Offline if you need.
Please later.
Ettercaps generally lair in forests,
Mm-hmm.
so it's very out of place underground.
So someone in the party relayed the information that they are
I hope
shepherds. Okay, so if there were the sheep,
is what I was thinking. You know, if there was only 3 of them, then it would take a long time to make this pile. But if they are shepherds, then we should be on the lookout for their flock.
I also think I know why tourists haven't come down here in a year and a half.
Yeah, 18 months is a long time for a group of sheep to repopulate a flock.
Yeah, we should, is everyone good? Anyone need an extra, healing boost?
If I hate to impose, but then if you could possibly help me clean this heirloom of the temple of my worship, I would much
yes, of course.
appreciate. Thank you.
And 1 and a 2 and a abracadabra.
Thank you for getting rid of all of the disgusting ichor that came out of the nasty wasty that Dax had easily dispatched. Also, Dax, amazing use of your rage and my religious relics.
I hope Bahamut is not offended for using that instrument in that capacity.
Bahamut is finds. I don't deign to speak for Bahamut, but I imagine if the scales of justice are balanced from a creature who has clearly decided that they want to take lives into their own hands, I think that he is happily, willing to sacrifice hunks of metal for the dispatching of monstrous creatures. But we need to sneak down one of these creepy holes? Or do you guys...
I'll re-describe the room because it's been a hot minute. On the opposite side of the chamber, the tunnel continues.
Yeah, that's good. So do you want to shoot down one of these tiny things that look like Jeffrey's tubes, or shall we go in the big hole?
Druck's still standing over the top of the one that he gestured to earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Just says,
Thank you for the information about these creatures, but do you mind if I try to learn more about them?
And he pulls out a dagger.
I mean, that one's all yours, Druck.
All right. And he's gonna try to see what's going on with them. They clearly look different than most humanoid type creatures, and he wants to understand their anatomy. So this is gonna be a little bit, this is gonna, to a normal person, this is gonna be pretty fucking morbid. But Druck wants to understand what's going on with these creatures and how they're built and
medicine check.
how different they are from regular
that'd be a medicine check.
humanoids.
Yeah, that'd be a medicine check.
Okay.
Would you like some over-the-shoulder assistance?
He's starts to he pierces the torso, and then you say that, and he's just like,
Yes.
All right. I'll make my way over and lean over shoulder, and I'll aid.
Okay, so advantage
Yes.
with guidance.
Oh shit! As you scrub in, you just hold his fur back from the cuts. Jesus.
hold it, just set out a tray of tools that I just hand him as he asked for them. Scalpel.
Yeah. 22.
Very similar anatomy to a humanoid in
Okay,
places. In other
okay.
places, not so much.
Mhm. Imagine some webbing sac or
Yeah,
something
there's a
along those
gland. There's a
lines.
massive gland inside that secretes the webbing.
That's one of the things similar to a human.
He like accidentally pierces it and
It's
it's
true.
like
It's true. And
That's how you eat skeet.
eggs.
Um,
And as you're piercing into it, you all can hear skittering, more skittering coming from
Ugh.
the other tunnels.
uh.
Like the other holes in the wall, you hear more skittering coming, and you look around, it looks like there's probably stuff coming.
Here comes the flock. We should make
Wait.
our.
Group, should we run or get ready to attack? Run or I mean, we have to come back through here.
Yeah, we should move along because I don't think they would be super like pumped if we are with the bodies. And we need to get moving along.
And it sounds way more than 3 creatures this time. It sounds like there's probably 10 or 15.
There are many. Sounds like there are maybe 80 skitters. 80-legged skitters.
80. All 80. Yeah, Drug is just gonna start taking off down the thing, and
Okay.
he'll. Obviously, he's not going at a stealthy pace because you can't when you're running.
That's
but
correct.
he's going to go at a pace that wouldn't necessarily get rid of perception checks. He's, as a scout person, he it's his job.
Yep.
So he's not going that fast.
Can I ask?
So you'd be
you-
going on normal pace then.
Yes, I
Okay.
guess that's a good assumption. Yes.
Can I ask you a game question, Justin?
Nope. What's up?
So that poison that's affecting Dax.
It was only for a minute. It's gone now.
Dope. All right, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I wanted to check
All
in
right.
about.
And as you're all running away, giant spiders start pulling themselves out of the hole. And you taking a look back, they start wrapping up the eder caps in webs, like cocoons, and start pulling the eder caps back through the holes to feast on at a later date. After an hour of walking through these maze-like tunnels, you come to a natural stone walkway that spans over an incredibly deep chasm. The thunderous noise you heard this entire time, the echoing thunder from earlier, emanates from this area, from the dozen or so waterfalls that rage from towards the ceiling of this cavern to down far into said chasm. Crystals and other mineral deposits jut out from the walls of rock and glimmer with light and illuminate this whole area. Just crystals and minerals, no platinum. This natural stone crossing stretches ahead about 50 feet towards the other side of the chamber. On your side of the walkway, I said that really weird, you can see a small alcove crammed into some rocks where it seems someone tried setting up camp a very long time ago. There are the remains of a long burnt out fire and a figure covered in blankets. The chasm is a 200-foot drop. So it's 20d6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, it seems as though not many people have made it this far. But none of you have seen any platinum. Yes?
Not really.
No, I think maybe they really want you to work for it when you get all the way down to 10. That it is the 10 is requires you to be made of sterner stuff.
Well, how do they know it's even here?
You can see pieces in the wall kind of nearby where looks like there was something there that was mined out. So it's kind of been like a progressive, like...
Okay,
mine.
so I guess disregard the last statement. Yeah, we clearly have seen signs of mining. Yes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
none left, basically. Like, it's getting to a point where you have to go deeper in to get it.
Okay.
Yes, much. It seems as though they have gotten the stuff that is easily accessible, but it's the deep veins of the pure platinum that are harder to get to.
Deep vein thrombosis.
That is what I've heard. Something about thrombosis.
Druck, not knowing any of these words, said,
Yes. Okay, sounds right.
That seems to be your listening face. Whenever I say things to you, you seem to have a good listening face. Your dead eyes and your nodding head seem to suggest that this is a good listening face for you.
This right here is a sponge.
The figure sometimes with the blankets looks like you see an orange tail sticking from out, and it's very similar make of tail to Ven's.
Hey, Ben?
Yes.
You seem to have a tail twin over here.
Ugh. Is it moving?
No,
Okay.
they're like the figure's covered in blankets.
I don't think they made it through the night.
By the way, I'll go up closely and I'll lean in to listen, look for signs of breathing or life.
No.
Okay.
But as you get close, there's a smell
Mm-hmm.
of rot, and there is an orange tiefling here. Also with a slatch, with a satchel and a large pack slung across their back.
I'll is it on them? Like, is it still on their back?
Yeah,
So like they died,
They
so we
laid-
just put
they-
a blanket over them.
it seems like that. Yeah.
Okay. I'll peek under the blanket. So we can't really see the pack. We can see like a pack-shaped lump
Yeah.
in the blanket.
So you
Okay.
as you peel off the blanket, it kind of sticks in places of where the flesh has been like rotting, and it makes like a peeling noise. Some of the flesh comes off with it because they've been rotten
yeah.
for some
Oh,
time.
Well, that's been rotting for a while.
And there's like a smell that just escapes, like when you open a Tupperware container of spoiled food. It just permeates. And yeah, they have a large pack slung across their back and a satchel on their side. And it is indeed a tiefling.
Yeah, a little PU plume happening right there. You.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna take out dagger I have on me. I'm gonna like just saw through the straps on the satchel and the backpack,
Thanks.
and then just so I can just pull it off.
Wait,
Okay.
what? Did,
Nothing happened. Okay, so you pull it off, and it's like there's a sound of like a wet kind of sound
Mm-hmm.
as you peel.
But I
the pack.
don't have to try and get the straps
and,
off
like, break
the arms, or
off.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have the pack. The satchel's there as well.
I'll do the same thing with the satchel and just like cut the. Or is the satchel still on them?
Yeah, like slung
Okay,
over the
yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing and just like slice the strap.
Okay.
I was thinking that Terry, the Rock, watching you, was just saying, "Thanks." That would have been gross if he had to break his arms off. That's weird.
Jerry?
Oh, I know you said Jerry. Terry's his cousin.
Oh,
The Rock watching. Just, yeah, that's horrible.
Do you look through the belongings?
I'm gonna press the digitation.
Oh, yep.
The back bits off of the pack.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna-
The orange flesh that's stuck to the back, like if you when you've cooked chicken on a pan.
Oh,
without
come
cooking it
on.
properly, and it's just kind of stuck.
Come on.
You just press it.
gonna-
Also,
digitate it,
just one at
and-
D&D tonight for that.
Instead of it like
Nah.
disappearing, it just kind of falls off, but it's all clean. Kind of falls
like
off
a-
like
it's
little
like-
little pieces of pork rinds. Just
It's like a power washer off the end of my
just,
wand, and then I
just blowing
I just
it off
I just point it at the one on the ground, just spray it away.
off the edge, off the ledge. Just
Oh,
Yeah,
so
get
that
that
is
out
that is how they make papyrus. Okay, all right.
yeah.
You can imagine the spell was very helpful in the infirmary, especially when children were constantly throwing up. Would one of you mind looking through these while I do the last rites?
Yeah, I will help you with the last rites and the oils and the preparing of the body.
All right, who's gonna look through the bags?
I can take a look then.
Druck is probably very noticeably like just takes a step back, and in in a very failed way, just kind of looks away and is just looking at other things that are much further away.
Okay. Dax, in the freshly cleaned packs, Dax and packs, you find a potion of healing. Hey, there's the fourth one. There were 5 total, but 1 broke. A silver ring set with an emerald worth 55 gold pieces. A violin made from bone and expertly carved oak worth 30 gold pieces. A flute also made of bone and oak worth 2 gold pieces. And a pouch containing a 12-inch long wooden smoking pipe, very Gandalf, like a Gandalf pipe, and a fine neon blue colored powder. And the bowl of the pipe has a little bit of a blue residue.
Do you spice?
Nope. That's what you find in the packs, which I'll post in the group chat.
Dax is gonna take out the flute.
Yep.
And just kind of admire it.
Made of bone and expertly carved oak.
Then,
Mm-hmm.
would you prestidigitate this for me?
Oh, yes. Abracadabra.
Could you prestidigitate the cooties off of this flute?
Blow on it.
It'd be funny if you just said, could you clean this off? And Ben just went, oh, okay. Just took it and just went, here you go.
But yeah, that's what you. That's all you find in the. That's all that you find in the pack and satchel.
It's a, and then just rub it off on your jeans.
Oh, there's something chunky in here.
Is that gum? What is
It's
this?
flesh.
How did that even get in there? How are they using this flute?
Well, they obviously haven't been using it.
It's not. Nope. So, yeah, there you go. That's what's in the pack and the satchel.
And Dax just kind of like, show me Picard's flute, and
I don't
just
get that reference. I'm kidding.
Family Guy reference. So, oh, never mind. I'm in.
No, I get that reference, and it's dope. It's very good.
She
me
just starts
Picard's
to blow a few notes on it.
It doesn't sound like a nice instrument. It's like.
Oh no.
It sounds very like ominous.
Oh.
And then Dax just kind of does a couple more notes, just kind
Yeah,
of
it
like.
sounds real ominous.
Hey, do you know how to play hot cross buns?
Well,
Oh.
I have played flute a couple times.
Oh.
I am proficient in flutes.
Oh.
Why I've wanted this. And Dax just starts playing. This it sounds like the same thing she was humming to Kenna when Kenna was unconscious in the meat house.
So kind of doesn't.
Just like-
So kind of doesn't recognize this then.
Kenna doesn't just kind of like a few notes of that. Just it's way more ominous, but just like playing a couple notes of that. Just
Like it's impossible to have this thing in major key. Everything somehow comes out in minor.
Yeah.
Would any of you mind if I kept this from the pack?
I'm sure these guys wouldn't mind.
There's this another potion of healing. This silver ring. It is quite nice.
Druck already has like the smoking pipe and the colored powder and is like testing how the pipe feels in his mouth. And you
Feels like a
all of you can kind of gather that he's smoked before and is just kind of testing the feel of it.
It's a well-made pipe. Just it's a little dirty.
Yeah. And he uses his saliva to kind of loosen stuff up, spit, put it in his mouth a little bit more, and then just kind of like give it a
Yeah, why not?
give it a bite down,
Yeah,
but
it's
not a hard bite
it's a
down.
really well-made
He's
pipe.
he's just kind of giving it a
Yeah, it's very Gandalf pipe. It goes like this and then
yeah.
Now,
He's giving it a chew,
And it's 12 inches long,
It might,
so it's big pipe.
It's probably offsetting to or off-putting to some of you.
Yeah, I mean, some of us have spent nearly the last 15 months being afraid to breathe the air or touch anything someone else did with their mouth. So, yeah, it is weird to have a character, totally give a pipe a tongue bath. Yeah.
You never did the doorknob challenge? Opening
Thumbs
doorknobs,
down to
opening doorknobs. The kids were doing it like
Hey.
all over, opening doorknobs with their mouths. Just like, ooh. Kids are dumb.
Yeah.
Kids are dumb.
Yeah.
They're our future, and I love them, and I hope them the best.
And they have
They're dummies.
But yes, the
I can
pipe.
say that with a
Yeah.
professional
You can.
degree of accuracy.
You can. Yeah, the pipe's very
Of
well.
course,
The
Sam.
pipe's very well made.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
it's a wooden. Yeah, it's a wooden pipe. Very well made.
So
There's like a blue, and there's a blue powder that comes with it.
all right, so it just kind of feels good. It feels natural
Yep.
to have it there.
Yep.
And he's gonna wait on using any of that powder and stuff until like a long rest or something.
Okay. Also, Ven could identify the powder.
Oh, with identify or just by looking at it?
With identify, if you want to.
Whenever we have 10 minutes.
Actually, Ven. I'm trying to think of who's from the city at this point. Give me a second. Ven,
Quoin is from the city.
Quoin, and Kenna.
If we're talking an Undeal City.
Yeah, the three of you can make me medicine checks if you want, or history. The three of you can.
That works well. I can't roll well.
Ooh. That'll
I'll do a medicine check. Sorry, you were saying?
Drux.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you guys might be able to guess that Druck's only familiar with the smoking of natural herbs and remedies.
The dankest of herbs.
Like just because of how he carries himself and that type of thing. Like he's not really been into any like manufactured stuff.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so Druck is 420 Blaze It?
Yeah,
Is
basically.
that really? Okay.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah. Druck looks like a guy I used to work with who was one. So Ven, what'd you get?
14.
Well, that's high enough. Kenna.
21.
Coin.
11.
No.
Coin is straight edge as hell.
Yes.
Bahamut has shown you the straight
Yeah.
path.
Ven, you know more about what this is based on infirmary stuff and people coming into the infirmary because of overdose. Kenna, backstory stuff would explain how you know what this is in the shop in town. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This blue dust is called euphoric dust. It is a fine neon blue colored powder that can be smoked. It has no effects if ingested any other way. When a creature uses an action, I'll describe what it does, and smokes as many doses of euphoric dust that they choose, they are overcome with a sense of euphoria. For as many hours per dose is taken, the creature has advantage on all ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. At the end of that time, the creature gains 1 level of exhaustion per dose taken. Using the rules of exhaustion, the character dies after 6 hours if they take 6 or more doses in a 24-hour period, because you get 6 levels of exhaustion and you just die.
Mm-hmm.
That's euphoric dust. That's that
How-
blue powder.
How long does the effect last? Sorry.
For as many hours as per dose is taken. So if you smoke 1 dose,
Oh,
1 hour.
it's 1
Smoke
hour,
2
gotcha.
doses, 2 hours.
Nice.
But if you take 6 doses, you're gonna die. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Ven is very used to pulling the whole trick of kid comes in and they're like, I'm not feeling good or whatever, and then he's pretty sure that's what they've taken, and then he's just like, have you had any euphoric dust in the last 24 hours? And they're like, no sir, never drugs. And then he's just like, oh, I just wanted to check because the shot I'm going to give you could kill you if you've had some in the last 24 hours. And they're just like, yes sir, drugs all the time.
yeah, it's what you would call an uncommon drug in an undeal, like as on the continent. Yeah,
And
it's a drug.
No, and if Coin had a bit, yeah, how do you know those those 4 people? How do you know all of them that their name is Rick? Like, and why are you screaming at them? You 4 Ricks. Why do you say their name in front of everyone? It just seems kind of strange that you would call someone's name out to them.
Quoin?
Yes.
So, have you seen people, like smoking cigars for like leisure activities?
Oh yeah, I'm very cool.
Meanwhile, Druck in the background has the drug in his hand and is like kind of like gnawing on this pipe. Like, what are you guys talking about?
And
Dax is right next to you.
also, if you want to add it to your equipment, it's a homebrew item called Euphoric Dust, and there are 6 doses.
Cool. I will do that.
And then smoke it up. Everyone get a dose.
Oh, Kenna wants to smoke some. So that is like it's kind of like a cigar, but instead of relaxing you, it makes you like better at everything for an hour. But then it's like a really intense upper, but then you just crash like super fucking hard after like an hour or something.
That
Hey,
does not.
And I cast Produce Flame.
I just imagine Kenna's like explaining all this, and Druck and Dax are like packing a bowl in the background, being like, "Ooh."
Druck is a survivor, like as kind of lackadaisical as he seems. He is a survivor, so he would tentatively experiment with such a thing, but in a very controlled manner.
Yeah, this would be the worst place to do it.
We also just ran away from a lot of
So
spider, a flock of angry parent-eating spiders, or yeah. So they ate. It's more like a bunch of children at a pool who just ate the lifeguard.
And
So,
Ven, when you were looking over the body of this orange tiefling, and after fighting Euphoric Dust on their body, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together on how they probably succumbed. Smoked a fat bowl and died.
God.
the
Fuck, man, if
fattest of
that's
both.
the way to go,
Okay.
sign me the fuck up.
Quick question, Justin.
Yeah,
How big is the bowl on this pipe?
standard.
Oh, okay,
just
standard.
a
So he
little-
just stacked it high and just took
A
big
dose. A
hit.
dose is like a pinch, like a tiny little pinch.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need a lot.
Okay. All right.
That's what you find. Drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs and a ring, violin, and a flute. And a potion of healing, but I posted all that in the group chat.
And Dax has the flute.
Who wants potion of healing number 4? All right, I'll take it.
All right.
Let's head out.
Autobots roll out.
Autobots roll out.
My life for ire. Crossing the bridge? Or the natural crossing?
Ba, 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 ba.
Okay.
let us cross this bridge as sober as the day we were born.
All
You know,
right.
Bahamut. You know, hugs, not drugs. That's what we say in the Church of Bahamut.
The cavern beyond this crossing is immense and incredibly narrow. The tunnel appears to be only 5 feet wide in places, and the ceiling is about 5 feet tall in these more narrow tunnels. But you press forward. After a few minutes, something in the distance catches your eye. Something glinting in the darkness. But then, also the sounds of heavy footfalls and what sounds like something pummeling the rocks somewhere in this cavern, and the sounds of digging.
Should we call out to them or it?
Oh, I will go ahead and see what it is, and we'll come back.
Guidance for a minute.
And because of the narrow tunnels, you just can't make out, like the echoing, you can't make out what direction it's coming from. Again, it sounds like it's all around.
All right. So in that case, Druck will just proceed forward
Okay.
and kind of use his senses to try and pinpoint where it's coming from and tentatively proceed.
Perception check.
Okay. Ten.
Sounds like it's coming from all around.
Huh?
Sounds like it's coming from all around.
That's okay.
Just
He's
echoing.
just gonna proceed what he naturally presumes is forward.
Okay. Towards the glinting light.
Yeah. Last thing he heard, not the literal last thing he heard, but last he heard, we are looking for something that does shine pretty well.
Yep.
So he will head in that
All
direction.
right. How far is everybody behind Druck?
Druck would pull up a sign of like this to be like 60 feet behind him.
Okay.
If that wasn't established. he
So
would probably
60
say
feet
something
ahead,
like that.
Druck would disappear around a corner. So and it'd be out of sight.
I'll start
Actually, let me
following.
double check.
Dax is in the backpack picking up the rear. I
Nice.
just went Finn.
Nice. All right. So yeah, what's the marching
Looking for
order?
that
Because these tunnels are
blue
narrow.
moon.
They're like 5 feet wide in places. So what's the marching order? Druck's far ahead. So who's
Kenna will go next.
okay?
Druck would. Sorry, Druck. Quoin would try and be as close to the front as possible. So if Kenna's second, Quoin is right behind.
Okay. Who is behind the strongest kobold of them all?
I will go.
All
I
right.
will go there.
Dax in the back. All right.
Wizard.
Cool.
Because it's so dark right now, Dax doesn't want to give away anything, so she's gonna put the lantern out.
Okay, and then you're just gonna because this is pitch black down here. So Dax,
Yeah.
at this point, you just can't. You're effectively blinded. You can't.
Yeah, I can still hear
You
them
can still hear it,
moving
but
in front.
you're
of me.
blinded, so you're probably like holding
Yeah.
on to Ven. Okay. Druck, making your way over to the source of the glinting, you can see your quarry, a vein of the purest, shiniest platinum you've ever seen. It's absolutely beautiful and is so shiny that it actually reflects light rather well from whatever light sources may have been being carried. Because you're no light sources nearby, it's still glinting, but not as bright.
I gotcha. I
yeah.
gotcha.
And as you get closer, that pummeling, digging noise sounds like it's getting closer as well.
He's going to.
You're currently, I'll tell you how far away you are from the rock, the platinum currently. 5, 10, 15, 20. You're about 30 feet away from the platinum.
All right. He's going to find a find a spot further away that towards the group and to kind of hunker down and try to make himself visible to tell them to stop as far away as they can whenever they turn the corner to see him.
All right, so there'd be a little area you could dip into, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 25 feet to your left.
Cool. He'll do that and just hold out a hand to tell them to stop until he can. And while he holds out a hand, he's going to be looking around and trying to figure out what's making that noise, since it sounds like it's getting closer.
All right. As the four of you round the corner that Druck disappeared, you can see Druck hunkered, well, everyone but Dax can see Druck kind of hunkered down in this kind of V formation of rocks. And you guys can hear that digging and rumbling. He's holding up a hand. I need you four to make stealth checks.
Mm-hmm.
Casting guidance on myself.
Okay.
Blinded, however, for Dax.
I just have my hand out by Ven,
I gotta
feeling
check-
him
I
stop.
gotta check something. here.
Actually.
What was that?
Evan, actually.
You said what about what? I'm sorry.
Guidance on Quoin.
Okay.
Thank you. I just wanted to make
So yeah,
sure.
stealth checks from Ven, Kenna, Quoin, and Dax.
Am I at disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
I don't have pass without trace prepared.
So that's with guidance. I rolled a 13 +2, and then +6 on my stealth. So that is 21 for Quoin.
Okay. Just check this. Okay.
11. Anna?
11. Okay.
16.
16. Okay. Then.
Natural 20 for a 22.
All right. The group check just succeeds
Oh, fuck.
because of Ven.
Yeah.
Then with his dark vision, just like, nope, don't step there, don't step there, don't turn to your left, don't you?
And bursting forth, you guys can kind of look around. You can see where the platinum vein is as well. That's been glowing. Again, Dax is blinded, so can't see anything. Something large, about 10, 11 feet tall, steps out of the rocks around, like the platinum vein, steps out of the platinum vein, yet the rocks and platinum vein around it seem undisturbed, like nothing burrowed out. Standing before you, and based on where Druck is positioned, Druck can't actually see this, but can hear it.
Okay.
But you can hear it now. Standing before you is a 12-foot tall creature that appears to be made of solid rock with veins of platinum running through its body. This creature of rock and platinum has 3 muscular arms that end in claws and 3 muscular legs. Its large torso has a single dull yellow eye and a large fanged mouth on top of its torso. No head. Inside of its fanged maw, you can hear the sound of fluttering wings. And it's like looking around.
Druck's just looking back at you guys, just going like,
It hasn't seen anybody. But then you can see it kind of like go still, like it's feeling the ground, like it has some sort of tremor sense, waiting for any movement whatsoever. And it's
looking-
not moving away from the platinum; it is staying there.
Just looking at it, it's not a beast, is it?
Oh hell no!
Cool.
Made of rock, right?
It looks like this, but made of rock and platinum instead of being brown.
Oh.
It's more of a gray color,
Oh, okay. All right, sure.
and it's just staying by the platinum, like it's protecting the platinum, and just looking around. Look. And you can hear the sound of fluttering wings inside of it.
if Druck can still hear it,
Yeah, you can.
he's still gonna keep that hand held out for
Okay.
his teammates. As long as he can hear it, he's holding his hand out
Okay.
for just like
And-
hold.
Okay. And you hear it. You hear it. Let's do a perception check. Ooh, that's pretty good. And those of you who can kind of see it a little bit, it opens up its mouth and regurgitates what look like 3 pieces of mud, and the 3 pieces of mud form wings and bodies and start flying around, and these 3 figures start flying towards. And Druck, you actually see the 3 little figures fly past your little hiding spot towards where your friends are positioned.
Okay. If he sees that, he's gonna go ahead and, with still maintaining that sense of surprise, he's gonna attack the big thing.
Alright, you'd have to move yourself around to get out from where your hidey hole is.
Yep.
So you'd have to get to right about here in front of. You'd have to like.
We can't see the map.
No, I know. I'm
So, oh, okay.
because we're not gonna have it
gotcha.
till next week.
Love you.
Yeah, you'd have to get like. You'd have to like basically step out and be in where you're currently hiding. You have to step out and be in complete sight of these things and the big thing.
Well, from my perspective, I'm waiting for them to, of course, pass my vision,
They pass.
and then go around the corner and peek shoot this thing.
Okay. As you peek shoot, we'll pick up there next week with a surprise round for you guys. I'll show you guys the battle map. I'll tease you guys the battle map real quick. You can anticipate it for next week. Chat, you can't see this, but there's the battle map for next week.
Ooh, I like the big rocks.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
Ryman's got some pretty sick rocks.
Oh, Justin, that's fucking awesome. You did a really good job
Yeah.
explaining this.
Yeah. A lot of this area is difficult terrain of like trying to squeeze through small places. But yeah, that's what you guys have till next week. But until then, that's that. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back here next week to fight this creature and the mud creatures it puked up.
Ooh, wait, Ven recognizes those, doesn't he?
Huh?
The only thing he'd ever
That's
killed
right.
before.
That's right. Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the only thing
recognize,
he'd
you
ever
recognize,
Oh.
you recognize the thing it regurgitated. Yeah.
Oh no.
And we'll pick up there next week. So thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, this wasn't streamed because Twitch is being stupid today, so this is a recording. Thanks for watching.
Hello from yesterday.
Hello from
Yeah.
yesterday. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, my dudes and dudettes.